Hey there, hi there, ho there. How y'all doing? It's me there, the Gen X GM. I am with these crazy people. Heroes, each and every one. Some missing eyes, some missing hearts, and some missing the point. And that would be just off to the side with the bald head and the white beard. Disregard her. And we are here to finally play another session of Codex Albana, Session 8, thanks to Prince Navri Ishmatar reminding me today that I put it up as episode 7. So, hey, that's a good piece of thing. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all saying hi. And we have about 7 people watching right now. We'll see if that climbs up. How you guys doing?
Fine, thank you, Mr. Bear.
Pretty good.
Well,
Nice quiet Saturday. Yeah.
come on to you, Manchesterite. Cody, you good?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Have you cooked up any more horror for us for this session?
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I kind of get the feeling like your horror is just freestyling. It's like when the moment shows up, here's something crazy my character can do. Bah.
Yeah. They'll never see it coming.
It doesn't feel premeditated. That's all I'm saying.
That's the real mic drop.
I'm always improvising.
Well, and why should so am I? I mean, we have a great campaign that I've written out in intimate detail.
Of course.
Malachi?
Yes.
And there's his word economy for the game, so we won't be hearing any more from Malachi. He used up all his words. Iman,
Yes, sir.
you broke your fast today.
I did, yeah, just half an hour ago.
Now, what do we say at the end of Ramadan?
At the end of what, the full 30 days?
Or at the end of the fast, when you break your fast, what's the celebratory, congratulatory term you say?
I don't know. I don't know if there is.
I know
one.
there's like Eid Mubarak for Mubarak, but is there something for Ramadan?
Yeah, just, I guess, Ramadan Mubarak, yeah.
Ramadan Mubarak. There we are. All right, everybody. Ramadan Mubarak. And we might as well talk to the little Brit. How you doing there, Devere, John?
I'm fine, thank you, Bear. How are you?
Yeah, John, I see. You are so in the pot today. You have no idea. Hey, Andy,
Looking
by the
forward to
way,
it.
our new player. How you doing, Andy?
I'm doing fine. If he's in the pot, does that mean that butcher's back carving people up and feeding them to the dog?
No, we got a whole new butcher for this one. So, and finally, without missing the High King himself, how you doing, John Schlow?
I am doing better than I was 12 hours ago.
Yeah, you are.
Nope, everything's great. I'm looking forward to this, learning how to be a High King here from people who don't know how to teach me how to be a High King. It's going to be fun.
Okay, well, there we go. Cody, so has everybody set up their simulcasts, by the way, or did some of you just not bother this time?
I thought I did. I'm not sure if I did it right.
John has.
No, we only got Malachi, Legion of Myth, Rumble Died Guest, and the Old Geek.
Okay, well, it didn't work out right for some reason.
That's okay. No worries. I mean, it's not like you care. All right, we are going to start with a recap of last time's session 7. Who's got the guts to take the reins and tell us what happened? Volunteer, voluntold, boys.
Well, it was a very Navri-focused session, so I suppose I can take it.
Yeah.
So we were traveling towards the land of Ishmir, which is my character's hometown. We were met by an entourage who questioned us and our purpose here. Then they give us an escort. And by the time we got to the center of Ishmir, Ishmina, I believe? Yes.
It's the capital.
So, yeah, we got to the capital of Ishmina, and then we found out that corruption had sort of taken over the place. So we went to Navri and Athane, the High King, went to see the cleric, and the cleric advised us, look, something's corrupted the king. We need to save him. We couldn't get into the palace, and then Gerhard just decides to lop off one of the guards' heads and just walk in. The other guard loses his shit, runs away. We go in. Sorceress is there, like, doing her evil magic thing on the king. And we see Brother Dale strapped to a table. So the 3 knights go and confront the evil sorceress. He was chained
to the table, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was next in line to be chopped up by the butcher with the cleaver.
Yeah.
But the 3 knights rush the sorceress, Laurelin starts slitting his wrists and drawing sigils on himself. And then I think you used your magic to free Brother Dale. Brother Dale just lobbed an axe at the priestess, managed to hit her. Broke her hold on the king, and eventually managed to get everything cleaned up. And then we burned the place to the ground.
Everyone ran in
And
and
I think that's
stabbed
pretty much
her, ran her through.
Yet
And
she had children protecting her at one
she
point.
did. And
Oh yeah, there was like a whole wall of children, and Devere was like, "I can jump
Oh my
over
god,
them."
that was the best. Can I jump over in full armor 3 feet tall children? No, you can't. Even out of armor, I don't think you could. Devere, you big gangly fuck.
And then the strange, weird blind man who had painted symbols on himself pointed at me and said, "I'm the one who has to help the king," or something, free the mind of the king. Which I amazingly did, with others joining in the prayers, and freed him from her control.
Oh yes, the united prayer, which someone didn't really feel.
Devere, the obstinate Catholic prick? What?
And then we all had a meeting.
I'm not going to sit here and listen to this disparaging of Devere. He's a man of great character. All right, continue, Iman.
Yeah, and then we had a meeting with the king, and we basically told him the situation, and he said, is it okay? He asked High King Athane, "Can I appoint an heir from your company?" And then appointed me as heir. So when the king of Ishmir passes away, I will be the next king of Ishmir.
Don't let it go to your head.
Not yet.
Although I'm still looking forward to. Anyway, okay, and then what happened?
Can I fill in some gaps? Oh, when he's done.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Jump
ahead.
in.
So one of the things I want to backtrack towards is because I think this is kind of important for the entire tone of Last Adventure is we were going to stop the Black Church. The Black Church had somehow taken over Navri's homeland and encircled the king. I forget his name, something, the 10th. Tanith the 10th, there we go.
It was Tanir, I think.
Tender.
That guy, the T dude, the 10th. And then I don't know why Dale didn't remember this, but I'm the one that saved him. Shot an arrow through the neck of the dude who was about to chop his noggin off. We aligned with the clerics there to go to basically free the town, and Sir Gerhardt saw God or something, decided to go lop off some heads because that's what you do when you see God. Then went in there. And the rest of it is what Prince Navri said. But I wanted to be clear on the fact that we were there, the Black Church had taken over that area. So that's something we're probably going to be concerned about in the future.
Yeah, there was a moment where Navri and Athane, the High King, were talking to the cleric and his 2 advisors in the temple, and Navri kept saying the Witch Queen of Brooker, and everyone was like,
Thank you so much, Mondo, and for the $9.99 for watching Code. We figure it's going to be a finger this time, like Yakuza.
Maybe even his own.
He took, I think Laurelin took "If Thine Eye Offends Thee, Pluck It Out" a little too seriously. All right. So was that on your channel, Mondo Hand gave that $9, or was it on mine? It doesn't tell me. It doesn't say paired, so I think
it definitely wasn't on mine.
So it was on mine then. That's cool. Thank you, Mondo. I appreciate that.
Well, doesn't that mean 2 free rerolls?
Well, it means 1 and 0.99.
It's definitely your channel there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will allow you guys to have 2 rerolls in the bank for this one. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Hello, everyone else. So let's get down to brass tacks. You set sail a couple of days later from Ishmina. Maybe we'll say a week later. You got to get everything in order, get everything ready. One of the things that works for Ishmir and why you guys feel good, you seem to have had great luck with naval powers. The Drailsmen, who are descended, they claim from the Rashmani of Dain, are tremendous sailors. And the Ishmiri are descended from the Beshites. And the Beshites are the best sailors of the southern part of the Sunni Sea. In fact, You all know the story of how Ishmir became a nation and a kingdom. Was it used to be called Thalacia, and then one day an Ishmiri fleet, blown off course, sailed the Sunni Sea and wound up pulling into port and waited 3 days to talk to anyone. And when they finally talked to people, they just surrendered to them. The Thalacians just came out and went, "We surrender." And they're like, "We're not invading you." And they're like, "No, we surrender. Don't kill us. Please don't burn our beautiful cities," and all that, because the Thalacians are very proud. And that's how the nation of Ishmir came into existence. So,
All right, guess it's ours now.
pretty much. So now you guys get the pleasure of sailing with an Ishmiri, a small fleet, but it's still a fleet of Ishmiri ships. Tanir has given his personal ship, God's Wave, to you as your ship for this traversing to Pelabria at the far end of Albana, High King and Prince. And then there's like 4 other ships sailing with you as basically escort. The waters have been beautiful for the first day and a half, 2 days of the sail, as you've been sailing past Calith, and you can see Calith off.
Aw.
Yes, you're very adorable. Get comfortable. Okay, yes, thank you. You can see Calith off to the port side as you're sailing along, and you even see the city of Isley nestled beautifully at the mouth of a river and surrounded by a swamp. And no one lives in Isley. They just use it when they have to have official business. Otherwise, they all live in their farms. Yes, you're adorably cute. Thank you. That's nice of you. And with that, you guys have been having very smooth weather. But on the morning of the 3rd day of sail, some things are happening. Yes, that is the dryer. Well done.
Before things happen, can I talk about those 2 days?
Sure.
So
Let's get attached to our characters before we lose them. Go for it.
Well, I would like to. Yeah, it's a great. No, I want to have a conversation with Sir Devere and Sir Gerhardt. I would want to have done this like right away.
Sure.
As we're setting sail, so I don't care if anybody else is around, but I know I'd at least have this conversation with those two. Sir Devere, we're going to your homeland.
Yes.
So I have to rely on you to be voice of wisdom.
Of course. What else would you expect from me?
Not being the voice of wisdom.
You underestimate me, I think. You underestimate me.
Listen, Sir Gerhardt is my champion, but you're going to have to be my voice, my conscience, my whatever word I'm thinking of that impresses your queen.
I sort of look around trying to remember the last time I managed to impress my queen. And I can't remember a single time that I managed to
Sweat
impress
starts
my
beating
queen. Do not worry, younger thing. It'll be all right. She is a most regal and wise woman.
Then there's the one thing that we have to do here is we have to unify. I know you're strong in your faith and strong in your beliefs, but we need Prince Navri, we need Laura Lynn, we need them to be accepted.
Yeah, we need to unify under the true faith. Yes, that is correct.
Well, we need to unify. What that's under, to be determined. We're unifying under the High King. And if you don't want that to be me, I get it. I don't want it to be me.
We don't always get what we choose from life, Ethane. I understand that you are reluctant, but you've been chosen. You've been chosen by God, and I respect that.
What if I've been chosen by that witch queen?
If you've been chosen by that witch queen, then you would be a corrupted mass of goo like the rest of her followers.
This is just her impetus for taking over. Oh, I wouldn't know that word, but for taking over the island. she's following the story. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not here to dispute your religion. I will respect it. I generally agree with it. But I just need to make sure that Navri and Brother Dale and Laurelin are just as respected.
I can respect the person without necessarily respecting the beliefs.
Great. So what is this going to mean when we have to confront the idea of the Astrati?
It will be difficult. It will be difficult.
You all said...
Trust in your heart, and trust the fact that the Queen, she's a woman of intelligence and integrity. She's strong. She'll choose the right way.
I'm not going to lie to you, because you don't lie to me. I don't want to do this. She does not have my heart. I do this out of duty that you and Laurelin and Navri have tried to instill in me. If this is as important as we believe this is, I'm going to go through with this, but she will never have my heart. And I want to be very clear to you about that. I will do it, and I will do everything that I'm supposed to do as her husband, king. That is my role in this. But don't tell me to follow my heart, or I won't do this.
I turn and stare at the sea, deep in thought, wondering how anyone could not genuinely love my queen. And believing that Ethane is just young and he will come round to the idea that she is the woman that all men should desire to have. I'll turn around and say,
Doesn't she have a duty also?
yes, yes. She does
Then
have
maybe we can be united in duty.
I hope the bond will grow beyond just duty, for everyone's sake.
And in that, you know what? We share the same hope.
Will that be all, Ethane?
Yes, I wanted you just to understand how I feel about this, and I need you.
I don't respond to that. I just stay staring at the sea, lost in my thoughts.
Right, I'm heading back to wherever I don't vomit over the edge.
No, you've actually managed to get your sea legs, Your Highness. It's quite good.
Oh, fair. Okay.
So basically, the Ishmiri sailors are, I mean, I want you to think of Barbary coast sailors. You know what I mean? Like these are what, these are sailors, they're not, they're not rank and file imperial type British Navy guys. These are guys who are running around shirtless and doing whatever they got to do. It's, you're coming into summer. It's in the southern part of the island. Things are pretty nice. Again, no worries, dude. Cody, don't worry about it. It's all good. You're good. I was just wondering. Third day, morning of the third day. In the distance, you can see Queensport. You are in Pelabrian waters. Far to the east, there is a storm brewing on the horizon. Almost as if it was prophetic. The wind from the east is picking up towards you, slowing your progress forward. The captain is debating breaking out the oars at this point in time. But on that wind, Cody, Laurelin, you smell fire, blood, and steel. The rest of you smell salt. Brother Dale, the wind that is whipping around and in your face and slowing the ships has been whispering to you. Betrayal.
The chaos is coming. It needs to be defeated, but it will rise. It will rise. I'll start going off on one, talking to everyone who will listen.
As he's doing that, a bell starts ringing from the watchtower, from the crow's nest, the lookout. And and you understand him. He's yelling, "Look to the city!" And as you guys look, as everyone's sort of looking that way, and the rest of you sort of see heads all turning, so you can follow it. There are 12 sails heading towards you, and they have the wind, and they're coming quickly. The captain goes to you, Navari. I do not know if they come to fight. I do not know if they come in peace. What do you wish us to do?
They are from Pelabria, no? We have a knight from Pelabria here. Surely we can use him to speak for us.
If we were to put him on a catapult and fly him over to them, perhaps, but there are many miles and much water between us. We need time to prepare if we're going to fight. I understand you're not a sailor, but what do you wish us to do, my prince?
I guess prepare defense as much as we can, at least. If we can't mount an attack, at least prepare to defend ourselves.
You understand? There is no half quarter. We are armed to fight, or we are standing down as diplomats. You must make this decision, my prince. There is no middle ground.
We do not want to cause a war. We are here to unite the lands, not to cause more divide. So
I do not care for your politics, my prince. It is your thing to do. Perhaps you should talk to your High King and decide what your fate is, and then let me know so I can tell the ships what to do.
Okay. I will seek the High King's counsel. I will return.
Yes. And he goes and just starts telling his guys to, do what they're doing.
High King, Athane, sir.
Hey, Prince Navri. Yes.
If you looked over yonder, you could see there are 12 ships approaching us, or 12 sails approaching us.
We get an escort?
I don't think they're going to treat us quite as nicely as the Ishmiri did.
Why is that? I thought, wait, Philip was supposed to be here to announce our presence.
The captain has asked me what we should do, or what I would want us to do, but I don't want to cause any more divide. We're here to unite the lands. What would you advise, High King?
Did they tell us we have to stop or something?
Well, we're armed either to fight or to stand down. There's no middle ground, is what he said. So
stand down.
Okay. Are those your orders, sir?
Aren't these your people?
Yeah, but I'm in your company.
You're right. Stand down. Those are my orders.
So I'll run back to the captain. The High King says stand down.
May the stars preserve us. And he just starts yelling, everyone, lo, and everyone starts basically looking like everyone. And they're shouting to the other ships, and everyone's face has this look like, what? But they're doing what they're told. And Brother Dale is wandering around the ship deck yelling, well, go ahead and yell.
Oh my God.
Betrayal, beware of it. The chaos will rise. It will rise before we can bring the High King to his power.
I literally the whole time I've been standing about this close from Afane's neck, and you can probably feel the breeze.
Stop, it's wet.
And then you hear the creepy low voice, "My king."
What?
As you turn around, my veil is not on.
Now
you just see those empty sockets staring.
I'm looking at his neck.
I smell blood in the air. I believe the prophet may be right. Whose blood I do not know, but there will be blood spilt this day.
How many ships are in our entourage? You said like 3 or 5? They have, I don't know, 10 or so more. We have 5 ships. If the betrayal happens now, there's nothing we can do about it. At least I don't know anything we can do about it. Can we row faster than them?
I don't know. I'm not a sailor, my lord.
Well then, can you look to our future?
I can attempt to. That is a tricky bit
Well,
of power.
I've got nothing. If this is how we die, then this is how we die.
Very well.
So I'll run back to the High King and I'll say, right, I've given the orders to stand down.
God, everybody's talking to me.
Oh, they're approaching fast. The wind is with them. The wind is against us. So
And on the wind you hear, ahoy!
is that coming from
Them.
them? Captain, should we shout back? Do you know what? I'll just do it.
He's like, I don't speak their language.
Oh, actually, where's Devere? I'm gonna go and grab Devere.
Yes, yes, Navri.
Devere, there seems to be an entourage coming towards us from your lands. Perhaps
And
you
what,
could,
what banner are they displaying?
I'll point to it and I'll say, do you recognize that?
It is a beautiful red banner with a golden lioness wearing a golden crown. It is the banner of Queen Evwyn of Pelabria, heir of Vortigern, and potentially High Queen of Albana if everything works out.
Navri, they bear the banner of my people. I will bear my. I'll take my cloak back to proudly bear the colours of on my chest of Pelabria, and move and stand on the bow of the boat.
They shouted something across to us, but I can't understand what they said.
Their voices carrying with the wind.
Again,
Perhaps
so
you could
again
speak.
you hear, ahoy!
They're merely calling a greeting. Ahoy! They're merely hailing us.
Okay, I'll stand by your side.
Shout something back.
What do you wish?
It,
Well, I don't speak the language.
shouting into this wind, they would not hear.
You speak the language.
Oh wait, are they speaking
Well, they're all
Alberish?
speaking Alberish.
Oh, okay. Sorry. In that case, yeah. Okay, we'll shout back then, ahoy, and just give them a little wave.
Beware, beware, be careful of them.
Bye.
Brother Dale,
By
you speak
order of the
betrayal.
Queen of Pelabria, lower your sails as we come alongside.
I'll relay the order back. The Queen has
And I'll
ordered us
relay-
to lower our sail. My Queen.
And I'll relay the order in Beshite.
You see the captain do a good luck move with his hand, and he just starts yelling orders. As, again, every crewman's face is like, what the fuck? But they start doing what they're told, and very soon you have no wind, nothing, and they drop anchor so that you don't get pushed back, and you guys are just sitting in the water as these 12 ships are coming towards you. And there's a madman running around your deck screaming, beware, beware, blood, beware.
Where did we
And
acquire
it's
him
not
from?
Moreland.
It's not Lorelei.
Brother Dale, you speak of betrayal. What are you talking about?
It's the cycle. It's written in the cycle. There has to be betrayal. There will be betrayal, and the chaos will rise. And until that happens, it's only then that it can be defeated and cleaned from the world, and the High King can come to power.
Are you suggesting that my Queen is betraying us?
I don't know. I
I'm
don't know, Your
glaring at
Queen.
Laurelin right now.
Are you suggesting there's betrayal within our company?
I don't know where the betrayal will come from. The cycles just say that it will happen. It doesn't say explicitly who.
I will never turn my back on my people, or you, or the High King.
Then trust us. I don't know who they are. The
I will
Queen is meant
kneel
to be good, as
out
I
of the ship.
understand it, but I do not know. And Sir Devere, you say you say you trust your Queen implicitly, yes?
Of course, I trust my queen.
Then let us see what happens. But beware.
Have you been
We're
drinking?
coming closer.
Dale?
I will advise to everyone to keep their weapons handy, just in case things do go south, but try not to, present a threat to them necessarily.
Closer.
Dude.
I sit down on the deck
Dude.
against Al and tie my veil back and just bow my head, waiting.
Close enough now that you can see the decks of the lead ship, the biggest of the 12, clearly the command vessel. Has many,
David.
many knights on it.
As
What's
what?
it, sorry?
Many, many knights.
My people.
Closer.
Devere, do you recognize any of them?
Do I?
Give me an observation check to see if you can pick out any of the sigils on shields of who is standing on that deck.
Okay, observations. I'm guessing this is spot hidden, yes?
Yes, sir. We'll use spot hidden for it.
Okay, I failed by 2.
No, but they are all wearing the red of the Queen, so they could be Imperial. They could be Royal Guard, Queen's Guard.
I do not recognize any of them. I can't make out their faces from this distance, but they wear our colours. In fact, see that red there? That is my family's mixture, the dye. My family provided that dye for that red.
I see.
Closer.
I'm still squinting, trying to pick out anybody I might recognize.
And now they're coming alongside. And their sailors start throwing over grappling hooks with ropes.
Is this
And-
normal?
Yes. Otherwise, they would drift.
No,
apart.
I'm
No,
saying.
I'm
sorry.
saying for Navri, so he
Oh, okay.
understands that he grew up there.
I'll move to the side of the ship and I'll hail them. Ahoy!
Stand back there! Stand away!
You do not need to board us. We just need to escort us.
Stand
back to-
away by order of the Queen!
She would not order a knight to
And then
stand away.
they're putting up the ramp to drop the ramp between the two ships as they're pulling your ship closer to theirs.
Are they doing this to all the ships or just to this one?
The other ships have spread to where they've got the other ships between 2 each.
Okay.
Do they actually look like knights, or do they look like just people wearing mail?
How the fuck would you know?
Well, I don't know. I'm just asking.
Have you ever been to Pelabria? No.
Devere, do
None
these
of them
people
look
look
like
like actual
Devere.
knights?
Okay, hang on. No, let me work with you. They all have that general look of Devere where, like, someone's holding a little turd under their nose, and they're just kind of like about everything. That they have that look. So,
I'd like to move and stand. Is there are there multiple planks that they're putting across?
just one.
I'm going to move and stand by the end of it to block the passage so that I can speak to whoever comes across first.
Well, a knight comes walking across, and when he gets
Halt!
to where so stand aside, order the Queen.
I don't believe she would order me to stand aside. I serve the Queen.
He throws a scroll to you.
I read.
By order of the Queen, all ships entering Queensport are to be boarded and inspected. No exceptions. And it's got her seal.
I show it to the captain. I show it to Navri.
The captain just looks and goes,
It's
"Hey,
decreed
what are they?"
The Queen has decreed that ships must be inspected before entering port.
Is this
It
her
doesn't-
official seal, Devere?
It is, yes.
Very well.
I'll pop up beside him to have a look at this because I can read it, I believe, and Yes, inspection. Ah.
Very well.
Now stand aside, Devere.
Oh, you know me, do you?
Everyone knows you.
To whom am I speaking? So that I might know you.
Port Commander Sir Garrick.
Sir Garrick. Am I aware of this name?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, 29. That's a pass.
Oh yeah, you've heard him. You've never seen him. You don't know what he looks like, but you've heard the name. He's the commander of the basically the Marines, essentially.
Okay. So I calm down a little and I then step aboard. Then Sir Garrick.
So he steps on, and then 10 more guys cross over.
Are you sure that many need?
And then a bunch of guys who aren't knights cross over and start basically wandering around the ship and lifting things up. And the captain's telling his men to calm down, but he's giving you a look, Navari, like.
Are they taking anything, or are they just
They're just lifting and opening and checking, Well, then, Devere, give us the names of your companions.
I have, as you see here, Prince Navri.
Of?
Ishmatar.
Ishmatar? You mean Ishmael?
Ishmael.
Yes, Ishmael. Yes.
You are an uneducated clod, aren't you, Devere?
He is a good man. I have fought alongside him.
Not. My prince, I would suggest you keep better company than this one, a disgraced knight.
I also have another knight here with me. This is Gerhard Bocht.
Gerhard Bocht? That sounds Asturian. Are you from Astoria?
Yeah. What?
Me.
I walk up to him.
I'll be bobbing back and forth behind De Vere's back, looking over his shoulders at this guy.
Okay.
In my hairy state.
He gives you a little bit of a side-eye, sour look, bro.
Hairy state.
Right, Gerhard Bocht. Who are the other ones? Who that one? This is right at Dale. Who that one?
I do not know him too well. We acquired him in the last port. But this is Brother Dale. This is Brother Dale of Isley.
Oh, he's a slave then? You acquired him?
No. He joined our company.
Your company? Is that what you call this? Right.
We rescued him.
Right. And then he points directly at Laurelin. And who that one?
Well, that one has had... His heart is in the right place, I do assure you. Do not let his appearance cloud your judgment.
I don't care about his art or his appearance. Who is he?
Laurelin.
I am Laurelin, the wise man, wizard, soothsayer, prophet, some say, and
I'm not that guy.
Albana.
You're bringing wizards into Queensport, are you, Devere?
No, you don't admit that, Laurelin.
Oh, Devere, my friend, embarrassed himself at the tourney, and now he's bringing wizards into Queenport. But I gotta know. He points at the thing. Who's that one?
This, Sir Garrick, is Ethane Kirby, the High King.
It's the right ship, boys. Let's go. And basically, a bunch more knights are now streaming over.
No.
I warned you. Space of a minute. There's 25 knights standing on the decks. By order of Queen Edwin of Pelabria, you are under arrest. The lot of you. Put your weapons on a deck. Do not test our patience, or you will be run through. Am I clear?
Arrest? What for?
Am I clear, Prince?
I'm staring.
Give us a reason.
I look over at the High King and just.
We have a code.
Slightly.
We have a chivalric code. You must give a reason.
I'm sorry, that's only for knights.
We are
I am
knights.
a
I'll
knight.
give you this, and he hands you another scroll.
I read it.
I believe is the term discommoded. Discommoded. What's the term? What's the term I'm looking for when all of your lands are seized by the government and your titles have been taken?
Oops.
It's an official proclamation from the Queen,
Yeah.
removing your family of its land, its titles, and striking your name from the roll of knights. Now then,
Study.
Like sort of like an
Weapons on the
excommunication
deck.
for knights.
yeah, exactly. There's a term for it. I can't remember what it is. Someone in the chat, I'm sure, will tell us.
Okay.
Now then, blades on the deck, or we'll do it for you.
Gentlemen, lay down your weapons.
All right. I dropped my weapon.
I'll take my sword out of its sheath and put it on the ground next to me.
Brother Dale, who doesn't carry a weapon, is smiling within his beard because he knew.
Laurelin, before I continue the scene, I have to ask, what's Laurelin doing?
Here we go.
I look at the High King. He doesn't say anything, so I lay down my staff on the ground. I take out my dagger. I slip my hand with it and then stab into the deck and then clench my hand as blood is pouring out.
Fair enough. All right. So with that, you are all basically taken back over to the other ship, surrounded by guards, and they row back into port with the other ships watching the Ishmeri ships just outside the port. Okay?
So the other ships that were with us are still there. They're only escorting us.
They've taken you off of the capital ship,
Sorry. Got you.
put you onto their command ship, and are taking you into the port.
Thanks.
Once you're in port, they tie off. You are all encouraged to debark, and you are marched up towards the city gates from the port. You've been here before, Devere. You've seen these gates. You know these gates. They are the Queen's gates. They used to be the King's gates. They used to be Vortigern's gate, but now they're the Queen's gate. And the thing about the Queen's gate is there are three primary major gates that enter into Queensport, the capital of Pelabria. At each of these gates, often heads are put on spikes of betrayers, criminals, things like that. And as you're walking up to the gate for the port, for the docks, you see a few heads up on the pikes, their eyes being plucked out, some of them just almost skeletal at this point in time. But there's one, and it stands out for a couple of reasons. One, it's very fresh, very, very fresh. Two, it's grinning. It's got a big, stupid grin on its face.
No.
And three, it's Philip.
Yep.
Oh, sake. Oh.
I look down towards the ground and say a prayer.
Who's closest to me?
Laurelin, always Laurelin.
Perfect. Told you we should have gone through Colette.
And with that, you guys are led into the city and marched up the Queen's Way, all the way to the palace or the castle, whatever you want to call it, sitting on the highest peak of Queensport, overlooking the entire city. This castle is a young castle. It was built by Vortigern as his symbol of being the king of Albana, not the High King, but he considered himself the king of the entire island. Mm-hmm. It is ostentatious. For the Calethi, Kirby, and Dale, you are from Calith. Your capital is a drum turret, essentially. Like, it's just a drum castle. It's a big one. And the only time you guys use it is when you have any of your meetings. Otherwise, no one lives in it. This one dwarfs it. This one makes it look like it is a child's toy by comparison. Even the stuff you saw in Ishmir, which was so impressive, pales by comparison to the arrogance and the ostentatiousness of this castle. Pennants in the wind, people everywhere wandering around. It's like this is a living, packed city, easily of a few 100,000 people, if not a 500,000. You see, as you're walking through the streets, you see people of almost every culture. You see continentals of various types. You even see Ostorians, Gerhard. And you also see Ostrati monks walking through the streets. Just a little pack of them chanting as they walk through their pale, undyed cloth, their unadorned gear, their simple sandals as they chant prayers in Ostorian. At the gates to the castle, there are guards, and there are red pennants everywhere with either a gold crown on them or the bigger ones with the female lion with the gold crown. Vortigern was the lion of Albana. Clearly, Evelyn is the lioness. They lead you into the castle. You are surrounded. There are at least 30 men with you now. Once they get to the castle doors, they hand you over to the castle guard, who are equal in number, but not quite as fierce looking because they're not knights, they're soldiers. And they escort you through into the main castle itself, up a number of stairs, down a massive corridor to finally a massive set of oak iron wrought doors. The doors are pulled open by the pages standing there, and it's the smell of incense, perfumes, honey, lilac, sweat, steel, and fire hit your noses. Within is the throne room of the Queen of Pelabria, a massive vaulted cathedral-like ceiling, floor to ceiling stained glass windows on the east and western sides, making sure that no matter what time of day it is, the sun is always coming in, because at the very top there is a stained glass dome. This is an impressive piece of architecture for the time. It is very, very well made. There are courtiers everywhere. There's a gallery up on one side with very well-dressed people. You know, Devere, this is the merchant families and the rich people's gallery. There's another gallery to the other side full of lords and ladies. That's the nobility. Around you is a checkered marble floor of black and white checkers leading up to the dais steps that lead up to the massive throne. Seated on the massive throne is Queen Evelyn of Pelabria, heir of Vortigern, first of her name, ruler of Pelabria. She's younger than most of the nobles you guys have seen so far or dealt with, but she has a look in her eye. And many in Pelabria Devere say that this is the look of Vortigern. She was taught his ways. She was taught his cunning, even though she was but a girl when he made her his heir. She was his cousin. Never married, like other than to marry for the legal reasons, but nothing untowards happened between them. But she is the undisputed ruler. And then Gerhardt, to the right of her throne, you see them. 5 Ostrati. One of them you recognize immediately. In fact, all of you who are at the tourney recognize Gerbrecht standing there in his armor, watching. And on the left side, you see the Pendrick Reformation priests and attendants, and then you see chamberlains and what have you. And one of the chamberlains steps forward and goes, "My queen, the treasonous Gerard, the treasonous Gerard de Vere, former knight of Pelabria, the self-proclaimed High King of Albana, Ethane Kirby, and his wizard, Laurelin Lockwood. Prince Navri Ishmitar of Ishmir. The rogue Ostradi Gerhard Bocht. And a fellow from Calith. I believe they call him Brother Dale. They have been brought before you, Your Majesty, as requested. And she just sort of sits back, does this with her hand, and the Chamberlain steps aside. You may approach the bottom step.
I motion everyone to step forward with me.
Kneel.
I will do that.
I will not repeat myself.
I kneel.
Thank you.
Do
When
not
the, high,
kneel.
Yep, Neil.
when the High King kneels, I'll kneel with him.
Yep.
Same.
Do not kneel. She has asked us we approach the bottom step.
Yeah, you missed it. She also said kneel.
I didn't hear that, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, then I kneel, yeah.
So here is the boy king who would steal my throne, and the betrayer of Pelabria, who has supported this treason. And the conspirator from Ishmir, who would push his Zahiric witchcraft upon the island. And then a wizard. Are you mad, Devere? And this Brother Dale, what are you, Brother Dale? What are you?
You're muted.
Muted.
We can't hear you, Andy.
Sorry. Sorry. I tell the truth. I am a scholar. I read the cycles. I saw the truth within them. The High King is here. He's not self-appointed. He is the chosen.
A madman, I see. And then according to Gerbrecht, you, as she looks directly at Bach, are a traitor and what is the word? Apostate from your noble calling as a member of the Ostradi. What a collection of scum.
I look over at Devere. She sounds just like you.
Oh, please. Hi,
My queen.
King Kirby. Speak your case. I do not listen to traitors, Devere. Keep your tongue in your mouth before I have it removed.
Look, I didn't want any of this. Came upon me, I found these guys. That jerk over there was trying to crucify somebody where he didn't belong. So if you're listening to him, you need to throw him off a balcony or something.
You see like a bunch of guards' swords have come out of their sheaths, and she just goes like this with her hands, and they all stop. Continue. These may be your last words in this life, so choose them well.
You're hot. That's all I'm going to say.
No, it's quite cool in here, but thank you.
Well, those are my last words.
Indeed.
My lady, you have been listening to charlatans. We are here to unite the throne and hopefully bring peace to the land. There's an incoming...
I suggest that you do not listen to his lies and do not let the wizard talk.
Do not listen to Gerbrecht. He is tainting you. He is do not listen to him. He talks. He talks through us.
Over to Devere and punches him with a gauntlet in the face as hard as he can. Are you trying to stop him, Devere?
I'm going to stand there and take it.
Okay.
I've fought worse.
So you get your lip is split. You think you felt a tooth crack, and your mouth is full of blood, but your head is ringing from the shot. It's a pretty brutal shot he just gave. I'm not going to give you hit point damage. I'm just going to leave it at that. Watch your mouth, Devere, or your head will join your emissaries at the sea gate.
We are here to unite the throne and bring peace to the land. You are listening to a charlatan. I am
treason,
loyal.
my lady. Treason.
I am the
You hear him
most
speaking
loyal
openly.
person in this room, apart from you, my
Oh, the
queen.
nobles are all like, oh, peas and carrots, and the rich people are like, blah, 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 blah.
Do not listen to them.
And then you hear this.
I will
boom,
gladly martyr
boom,
myself
boom
for this cause.
on the marble, and it echoes through, silencing everyone except apparently Devere, as basically at the far end, at the doors, there is an old man. You recognize him, Devere. He is the Archbishop of Pelabria. My lady, does not Pelabria teach us to pull the scales from our eyes? And he starts walking forward, and he's surrounded by a little entourage of holy men, all in, monkey type, monkey, but monk style stuff. And does not Pelabria teach us that the greatest of all is forgiveness? She rolls her eyes. Yes, Archbishop. It is so nice that you could join us. I beseech your majesty on behalf of the church that these men be turned over to us for questioning. As we know, Sir Gerhard has history with them and may be overly enthusiastic in his interrogations. Prince of Ishmir, we would counsel against provoking the Ishmiri against you. And she's like, there is wisdom, Archbishop, in your words. And then Gerhard steps up and goes, we demand one thing only, your majesty. Give us Bokt, so that we may deliver him to God as was intended.
I step in front of Gerhard.
Isn't she the queen?
You will not have him. Charlatans, Gerbrecht. Charlatans, that is what you are.
It's Gerhard. Gerbrecht is your buddy.
Well,
No, Gerhard is
Gerhard is our buddy.
I get them so confused. The two of them.
Too many G's.
Fucking Asturians. And she just looks at you and she goes, have you forgotten where you are, Devere? Have you forgotten your place?
No, I have learnt my place in the last few months. I have learnt.
You're about to learn your final place. Devere, in irons in the dungeon. Kirby, Ishmitar, handed over to the church for questioning. Bokt given to Gerbrecht. The madman and the wizard hung. I have spoken. And she stands
If
up.
anyone goes anywhere near Gerhard, I will punch them.
And knights are now starting to surround you guys.
Maybe not.
What are you doing?
Hung? That seems. I just speak the truth of what is in the cycles. What have I read?
I look at a Fane. I have failed you. I failed us all. If you're not going to accept who you are and what you are, the cycle is ended. The quest is over.
I start walking up the stairs.
Oh, snap! Okay. Give me an initiative check, please, because there are armed guards.
Yeah, I know.
Uh-oh.
If anybody else is doing anything, roll your initiative.
2. I can't remember. Is low good or high good?
What?
Are we not
You're not chained. You were never
Sorry.
chained.
Oh, right, okay. We were not bound by
You were
anything.
just
Okay.
disarmed.
Remind me about initiative, dexterity.
Dexterity, shit, it's been so long.
Yeah.
How does it work in Call of Cthulhu?
I'm going dexterity.
Highest dexterity goes
You're going
first.
dexterity order. That's so stupid. Okay. Roll a d10, add it to your dexterity. Whoever gets the highest goes first. We'll do it that way.
66.
69.
No, the guard said
68.
67.
Well,
83.
my dex is a 90, so
Nice.
Okay. What is the
50, I'm just
highest
looking
on
around.
your side?
me.
What'd you get?
Well, 90 by default. I'll roll the d10. 99.
Nice. Are you doing anything, or are you just observing?
Well, I'm sharing a look of concern with everyone who's about to be executed, and I guess I'm looking to the High King and seeing if he's saying with his eyes to do anything.
He's the High King?
Because
He's walking up the stairs, brother.
oh yeah, he's not.
So you're
I'm gonna
sorry, you're going like confused. Got it. Who's next highest after 99?
I'm
Would
going
you have-
to 83.
What are you
Okay,
gonna
I'm
do?
sorry.
I'm going to walk up on. I was going to stand beside Gerhard, but then seeing the High King move forward, I'm going to stand beside him and walk up the steps with him.
Okay. There was a guard who just punched you in the mouth very close to you. He's going to attempt to stop you.
He can, yes.
Okay, are you defending yourself, or are you just letting him?
I
do
will. I will push him off if he tries to do anything.
So he's trying to grapple you. He gets a 47, which is a first level success. It's not a deep success. Please give me your defense.
78. No, that's not good.
You have luck. Do you wish to use your luck?
5 luck to reroll.
Yeah, I'm going to do
There's
that.
also
I'm
two
going to,
rerolls in the kitty. Don't forget there's 2 rerolls in the kitty, guys.
I will use one. I will use one of them. Yes, 14. That
So-
is, yeah, it's a bit better.
So this guy, he's a big boy. Like there's a reason they used him to punch you. He's not a small man. He reaches out to sort of try and grab you and sort of and give you a bear hug as you manage to sort of push his arms off and step faster out of his reach. Navri, you can now take your action. Do you wish to try and get between them to prevent anyone from stopping them? Do you want to join them? What do you want to do?
So Devere's walking up the stairs with the
Yes.
High King. Well, I'll walk on the other side
You're
of the High
trying
King.
to get up
then,
to him
I
there.
guess.
Okay, next highest would be Bach.
I'm going over to the High King.
So joining the High King.
Yep.
Now the guards. Oh, and I forgot one. There we go. So the guards are all drawing weapons and starting to like spread and move towards you. Remember I said that Gerbrecht was in his armor and had his... Yeah, he's stepping towards you, Bach, and taking a swing with the two-handed sword. 29. That
Okay.
is a half-level success for him. Are you trying to dodge?
Yeah. Okay. 48 on an 80.
Ooh, so you managed to, like, just at the last second get out of the way as this big Zweihander comes down, hits the floor in front of you. Next highest.
Somebody had a 69, which is one more than me.
It was him. So, Laurelin, what was yours?
66.
And what was yours, Dale?
50.
Okay, so you're up next, Laurelin. What are you doing?
Okay, so the guards that are coming towards us, they're walking down the stairs.
Well, there's some coming down the stairs. There's some coming up from the behind you, and they're moving quickly. They're not walking. They're starting to like fast step, weapons coming out.
Okay, well, I'm going to try some unlikely magic here.
Mm.
I'm going to walk up the stairs with the king, but as the guards are coming up the stairs and down the stairs, I'm going to make the stairs for them a little slippery.
That is highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right. I'm sorry. I've read over the magic rules. I still don't quite.
Okay, so what is your magic skill?
It is 60.
60.
Yes.
So highly unlikely means you have to roll under, was it 25% of your chance?
Okay. All right.
So what is 25% of 60? Anyone real quick?
For 15.
15.
There you go.
All right.
Winter Willow Zweihander, or Zweihander. I'm not German. It means two-handed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the name of the big sword, big two-handed sword. It's called a Zweihander.
Dryhander.
Dreihander, Quadhander. This one is Quintander. 8 of us have to move it.
All right. No, I failed.
You want to use the reroll? There's still one in the kitty.
I don't really know if it's worth it.
How much power do you want to commit to this from your power pool?
Does that increase the odds?
It will, for each point of power that you burn for this, it'll increase your chance by 1%.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to use all of it, and I'm going to shove my finger into the open wound because I feel like that's
Stigmata.
drawing the power up.
And how much are you going to burn?
We will burn. I won't burn all of it. I'm going to burn 50. So
50 of your power, so you're giving yourself a 75% chance to do crazy magic.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And that passes.
So as you do this, you kind of go, you all feel it. Like, it's like the room kind of has like a shudder. Like the room goes for a second, and all these guards slip and fall on their faces. At the far end of the room, though, Lorlin, remember I mentioned the Archbishop was there?
Yeah.
He laughs like jolly, like, ha ha, well done, and then holds up his staff, and there's a bright flash as all the monks around him pull out their holy staves, and they just start feeding energy to each other, and you feel like they're creating a barrier against you and starting to push it on you.
Okay. In my mind, and just a soft whisper, Queen of the other world, fairy goddess, I call upon you once again. I have given you my heart and part of my soul. As I raise up my bloody hand and smear it across my face.
The queen at the throne has like two guards that didn't come towards you that are standing directly in front of her. Gerbrecht was trying to come over and he slipped. He's starting to start to pull himself up. But the sunlight that I mentioned that was streaming in through all the windows is suddenly shadowy. And then you can hear this. And then all the windows break as hundreds of crows come flying in through all the windows, filling the chamber with flapping wings and chaos. Nobles are running, merchants are fleeing, people on the floor, just whatever the knights trying to pick themselves up are being bumped, just hit. None of you are touched. None of the holy men at the far end are touched either, as the birds are just, you can almost see like the dome of magic protection around them as all the birds are flying around them. But the place is chaos. And you see, Ethan, as the two knights grab the queen and usher her through a door behind the throne. And then in a horrifying space of seconds, the birds are gone, the glass is broken, the wind is pushing through the room, and all is quiet. I need coffee. Have a moment, guys. Take a pee, grab a drink. We'll be right back. Quick bio break. 5 minutes, no more.
Marvelous.
Well,
Hey, get rid of that "sir" from in front of your name.
No, I heard it.
no, he's going to be in denial about that too.
He's being double sir.
Back to him.
I'm going to be Sir Gerard de Vere, sir.
Completely. It stays. I believe my queen has been tainted by listening to.
You said taint.
Yeah.
Ugh, the Astradi. Ugh.
Yes.
They're the good guys. What are you talking about?
No, I know.
I'll be right back.
I love all the fake racism. It's great.
The what?
I was
Fake
already
racism.
I was already to martyr myself for you lot. You know that.
So on the ship, I almost jumped off the ship. Skirt, just dive and swim in the ocean and see where that takes me. The whole thing of of saying you're hot, I'm like, what would a Thane say at the last moment? I mean, considering that a Thane's like, I hate you, 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 like for getting me into all this. You know what? Girls like to be told they're pretty, right?
Yeah.
Sound like you're hot. Because the Thane's got nothing else.
Just his lip.
Thane's literally like, I don't know if this boner is for you or because I'm about to die.
Right? Yeah, no, seriously.
Right, I'm going to get a cup of tea back in a bit.
Yeah. Just get replacement lungs. Turn you into a cyborg. That's not fair.
Cyborg? What are you talking about, cyborg?
My wife.
Oh, nerd. Brutal.
Oh God.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah.
Just mean, but funny.
But true.
I'd like to point out once again, Cody is your X factor.
Yeah, he is.
I'm dead serious though. I really thought about jumping off the ship. I was this close to doing it. Just like, screw it. If I'm gonna die, at least you know it. This way, I die on my own terms. I'll drown. I'll have something. Maybe probably kiss another demon or something. Whatever.
Listen, Dollar General Charlemagne. Like, Ithane is the most reluctant of reluctant heroes ever.
Yeah. The only reason I even walked up the stairs was because it was a fu to Laurelin.
Oh my goodness. You just kiss already, you two. So you boys having fun so far today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was hoping this would be a more Devere centric.
I told you. I've been warning you.
Well, if we're all gonna die, my job is to either go first or last. I don't want to be in the middle. That's boring. Wait, who are they hanging?
So
Laurelin
Laurelin
and me.
and Dale are to be hung. Bach is to be handed over to the Estradi. Navri, you are meant to be put into
Re-education camp.
Custody. You and Navri are being given over to the church, and Devere is to be put in the dungeons.
Yep.
I mean, did he not think his actions of supporting this High King might be seen as treason? To his queen?
Jeez. Yeah, he still reviews the queen. She's still the queen. She's just not the high queen yet. You still have your kingdom for now.
Yeah, exactly.
Until I give it. Well, you know what? I'm going to give it to the Ishmiri because they were actually nice.
I'm going to be the High King. I'll be the highest king. We're going to make Albana great again.
Be a beautiful land. And you know what? We're going to get rid of all the Estradi.
The Estradi, they got to go. We're sending them back. I'm sorry.
Yep. We're going to put them on ships and just
Sorry, not sorry. They're all going back.
Having fun, Iman?
Yeah.
hopefully the next cycle will be better.
Jerry, if I could give you XP, I would, man. That is on point, brother. On point.
So I have an idea for my next character.
I
First of all,
have an
not
idea-
the
I have an
High
idea
King.
for my next campaign at this point.
First of all, the lowest of the low.
Yeah. How do I not become High King? What is it I have to? Who do I pay off to?
Hear me out. The idea for the character is I'm a scumbag, and I am not important in any way, shape, or form. I've been tested.
Also, him and Devere are swapping. Is that what's going on?
Oh. Damn.
Asher. Hello, traitor. I mean, Devere. So, the room has gone quiet. The wind is howling through. The knights are all battered and not up on their feet. The queen is gone. And then you see the archbishop go, well, if you're going to come now. And as the knights start standing up, you see all those monks that were with him throw off their hoods, and it's the men from Isle who had been sent with Philip, the Ranger of Isle.
Yeah.
And basically they are holding holy sticks that he gave them as they all pull out their swords and they're like, High King, come now! And they're
I have to do this as fast as I can. I run up the stairs. I quickly sit down in the chair, and then I start running down.
I'm horrified. I am horrified by that.
Well, give me a defense roll.
I thought they took her.
Nah, that's not her. You got to roll. Oh, Jesus, 13.
What's defense?
Dodge or
Defensive
whatever.
event.
Dodge?
Dodge.
Okay.
Yeah.
I 46 and my dodge 42. I did not dodge.
He wins. You take 8 points of damage as
Ouch.
Gerbrecht shoves his sword up at you and catches you in the side. Anybody doing anything?
I'm
Yeah.
shouting out.
It's
Stop!
the-
Listen to the bishop. Listen to the bishop. He said, Pelaras says, understand. Do not do this violence. This is stupid.
Okay. Are you doing anything? Anybody else doing anything?
I would like to try and snatch Gerbrecht's sword off him.
Well, you'll have to cross over to him, and he's on the other side.
Yeah.
But Bacht
Yeah.
is there. Is Bacht doing anything?
I'm gonna go with the
Okay.
follow the
Okay,
guys.
let me phrase the scene a bit differently so you guys understand.
Okay.
Thane ran up to the throne and was about to sit on it.
Yeah.
As he did, Gerbrecht got to his knees and shoved his sword into Thane's side. Thane's not magically teleported suddenly away from him.
Yeah,
He's still in danger. Now, Devere's starting to move over, but you're closest.
I stood beside Thane. I said I was moving up
But
the
he
steps.
was on the other side, which is the side
Yeah,
that Gerbrecht was on. Gerbrecht,
Yeah.
Malachi, you know that thing we keep
Oh,
making fun of you for? You're
Yeah,
doing it.
I'm gonna take a swing at
Make a
it.
decision. What are you doing?
Taking a swing.
All
at it.
right, that's what I want to hear. Give me a roll.
Hold on a second. So we find my.
I'm also going to give you a
skill.
plus 25 on that because he's on his knees. He's not really in fighting form.
Oh. Okay. 25. 22 on a 51.
All right, so you managed to kick the guy under the jaw with your boot, and he goes flying back, letting go of his sword, which sort of slides out of Thane's side and clatters on the ground.
I'm grabbing
All right,
that.
so you're grabbing the two-hander. Devere, you're grabbing.
Yep.
Are you grabbing Thane? What are you doing?
I will grab Ethane and pull him away from Gerbrecht.
Okay, you were there as well, Navri. What are you doing?
If Gerbrecht is still up or like conscious, I'm gonna try and make him unconscious, please.
Well, he's been kicked back and hit his head off the marble. He's out of the fight.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna grab Ethane from the other side and like say, come on, we must go.
All right, what are Dale and Laurelin doing?
I'm following the
Laurelin-
High King, no matter what was said.
Completely collapsed from exhaustion because he used up about every bit of energy he had and is on his knees just gasping for air, holding
If I
his
see
chest.
that,
right now.
then I will go and grab him and try and get him to stand and move after the High King.
All right, so you grab him, pull him up, and start leaving. And behind you, the knights are starting to get up. Their faces cut by all the birds that were hitting them and what have you. And as you get to the archbishop, he's just like, quickly, quickly, and he starts pushing you out the door. And then the other guys are like, "Hi, King, good to see you." As they pull the doors closed behind you, and they start rushing you guys out of the castle. The place is in absolute chaos, which plays to your advantage because the archbishop takes you down some side passages and some side corridors, what have you, and then gets to a door where you see the Queen's Chamberlain. And he just sort of nods and goes, "Quickly, let's go." And he opens up the door and ushers you guys into a room. Once you're inside, you're all there. The archbishop looks and goes, "Well then, there is a door. You may leave at any point in time, but I ask that you hear us out before you do, High King."
Okay.
"Oh, yes. Someone tend to his wound, please, immediately." And there's like a bunch of like acolyte-y type priesty people in there, and they run over and they start binding your wound and doing their first aid. The Chamberlain says, "There's been a bit of a problem in Pelabria of late. The Queen has fallen under the sway of these Austradi. They were forewarned before you were going to show up. I'm sorry we could do nothing to save your messenger. But we did save your men." Waves his hand to the, it's like 1/3 of the amount of people you sent at best, maybe even 1/10. You know what I mean? Like you sent like a big entourage and 6 guys are what's left. Maybe the 10th.
Yeah, I thought we said 200, if I remember correctly.
It's like 1% of the guys are left. Well, not that a thing can do math, but you get the point. Like it's much smaller than what you sent. We need you. We need you to save Pelabria and Albana. And there's only one way we can do that. We must get you to Davin. You must win the King of Davin to your flag. With his heavy cavalry, we can break the Austradi. Will you save us, High King?
If that's what I have to do, because this... Yeah, hold on. Navri, Devere,
Yes, High King.
did you hear this?
Yes.
Loud and clear.
So, Devere, I know you wanted to be here.
I did.
I should say he is Sir De Beer, my lord.
Yes, and I warned you about the betrayal, but it wasn't the Queen that did it. It wasn't the Queen. Those Austradi.
All that has happened in the last few hours has been poison to my ears. That damned Gerbrecht. We should have killed him when we had the chance.
And it seems Gebrecht has been whispering poison into the Queen's ears.
Do we stay or do we go? Don't sing it.
I think if we cannot win over these people right now, perhaps we can come back at a later time.
You cannot
Apparently
win
with the
over-
cavalry.
You cannot win over Pelabria. They'll be looking for you everywhere. We must get you out of the country, and Davin is the best choice.
I agree. We go to Davin.
Okay.
Are my family okay? Are my family safe here?
Sir,
Family-
Devere, you keep telling me about duty.
Safe. Your family was executed 2 mornings past.
Oh,
Ithane, you will have my sword to the last. I will not let this crime go unavenged.
If I'm sitting next to Sir De
She
Vere,
is no longer my queen.
if I'm sitting next to De Vere, I'll put my hand on his shoulder and say, "We will avenge them."
Ithane is no longer my queen. I denounce Pelabria. I denounce all I've ever stood for. I'm going to tear off any emblems of Pelabria, throw them on the floor, say,
Yes, tear off that
Family.
horrible gold as well.
my family were good, honest, hard-working people.
If we have,
This is-
if I still have to marry her,
No. No.
no, if I do,
No. No, you do not.
I-
She has been turned.
It's the corruption. Remember
Right now,
what happened to the king.
Right now, I would kill her with my bare hands. And do it gladly.
are we in agreement? We're gonna go to Davon,
Yes.
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 Laurelin.
That is up to you, High King. Where you go, I go. As long as you stand in your place and you lead these men, I will be there by your side.
Aren't you supposed to be my wise man?
And I'm here for counsel. Do you wish to know my counsel?
Yes.
I say we go to Devon.
Okay, then let's go to Davon.
There's at the door, and everyone's like, oh, and the Chamberlain goes over and he opens it and goes, good, come. And a group of people, castle people, come in. They have your squire with them, by the way, De Vere.
I completely forgot
I was
about
about to
him.
ask about him.
I completely forgot about him.
Dude.
Perrin. Good boy.
Hello, Chevalier. And he's carrying a bag with all of your guys' stuff that was taken from you. Like your swords and stuff
Perrin,
like
you
that.
absolute angel.
And he drops it. Oui, Chevalier. Oui, Chevalier. We have horses. They are at the north gate waiting for us. Prepared. Good to go. Yes. Oh, and Monsieur Crazy Man. And he goes into the bag and he pulls out this hand-bound
Me?
book of pages. This was from Monsieur Philippe. He said this is for you. He told me in a dream. I must give you this book. And he hands you this big fucking tome.
Oh, not that strong.
Chevalier, we go.
Yes. There is one
I'm gonna
thing
kinda
I would
help
like
Brother
to
Dip there.
ask. Ithane, would you step to one side with me, please?
Okay, I step to his side.
Ithane, you are a true king. Please, take my sword. See this boy in front of me, Perrin. He has been so utterly loyal. Please lift him from servitude and make him a knight.
Can I do that at his age?
You can.
Okay. Crap, I forgot what you guys told me to say before. Start tapping. I'm gonna start making up words.
Tap him on his shoulders, making up words. He looks baffled. The kid just looks like, Chevalier?
Perrin,
Why?
So-
Why we do this?
you no longer need to answer to me. Ithane is your king now.
Okay, Chevalier. And he looks at you and he goes, Roi?
Yes.
Okay, Roi, what do you want me to do? I serve
Kneel.
you now, Roi.
Neil,
Yes, okay. And he kneels.
do you agree to serve with your life, your lands, your sacred honor, the High King?
Oui. Yes, I swear to do these things for you.
Okay, and then I smack him on the side of the face with the.
Pourquoi?
Arise, knight Perron.
Nice. Chevalier?
Perrin, you are no longer my
No.
squire. You are now my equal.
No. Squire.
Whatever. I hand the sword back to Gerard.
The poor kid's confused. He's like 10 years old.
So am I.
He's physically 10 years old.
That's me. All right, let's go. Otherwise, we're gonna do something rash.
Yes. Circumstance aside, we must get you out now. Please go with these men and be safe.
Well, if Gerhard's got the Zweihander now, then does that mean the Perrin can have his original sword?
Argue about it later.
Yeah, let's just go.
Seriously. Do you want to go check the storerooms for magic items there, Nagri?
Well, that wouldn't be for per round. That would be for us.
Start going around the walls and knocking.
Can't really very much be a knight without a sword or a weapon.
The sword's bigger than him.
He'll learn how to hold it anyway.
As they're arguing, I give Perrin my dagger.
Merci. Thank you.
That will do for now.
Tucks it in his belt awkwardly. So you guys move through the streets. Chaos has descended on the city. If it weren't for the men who are with you who have been shown the back ways, essentially what you would call a thieves' highway, you would be running into patrols left, right, and center. But you have a very harrowing, takes about an hour and a half to get through the entire thing.
Oh my god.
To get to the north gate. By the time you get to the north gate, you see a merchant wagon there. And the merchant, like the wheel is off of it and it's blocking the gate. And the merchant is arguing with the guards who are yelling at him to fix the wagon. And he's like, "Oh, can't fix it. The wheels come off. What can I do?" But Devere, you know him. This is not a merchant. This is the dye master for your family. The tincture, the master of tincture.
I run over and I shake
So
his
as you
hand.
start to run, two guys grab you by the shoulders from the group. They're like, no, don't go doing that now. He's providing us a distraction, boy. And he just pats you on the head.
But this is a good friend.
Yeah, and that good friend is buying us a way out the door by doing what he did.
Oh, thank you. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I thank him from afar. I wanted to take him with us, but no.
He's serving in his own way, Sir Devere. And they basically lead you down past all of this to basically like a hitching post where there's like about a half dozen or so, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about a dozen horses all ready to go. And some more people you recognize from your family's endeavors, Devere, waiting there with the horses for you guys. And they're basically like really quickly, like, you know, the guys from Isle are like, "All right, let's go. Come on, up on them. Let's go.
Thank you.
Isle has an Irish accent.
Yep.
Thank you.
Are they
Thank you,
escaping
thank you,
with
thank
us,
you.
or are they remaining behind? Okay.
They're coming with you.
Come,
What did
I'm
you say,
out
Devere?
now.
We missed it.
come. I have a lot to catch up with you about. I'm sorry all this has happened.
One of them is the daughter of your mother's maid. And she just looks at you and she goes, "We're not going with you, Sir Devere. We must stay here and protect you. No, everyone who served your father and Lady Mother serve you now, and we await your return." And they sort of glance at Ithane. "The High King's return of justice to the lands." And then one of them goes, wait, Sir Devere, and sort of runs over, and they hand you like a sheepskin wrapped package. "You'll need this." And one of the other guys goes, "Can we bloody go?"
Of course. Thank you. And I will return, and we will be successful.
And with
Just
that,
about managed to get
start
on the horse
riding.
facing the right way.
You want to give me a roll for that? No, you're
You
good.
don't want
So you
me
guys
to.
put on your horses and start riding, and you ride north. And the scouts, the outriders, the rangers from Ire are setting the pace. They are like driving these horses hard. You as a knight realize you can't ride these horses this hard for a long range. And you're starting to get a little suspicious. But as you basically get north of the city, probably a good 15, 20 miles north of the city, there's a roadhouse. And as you guys pull into the roadhouse, you see more people waiting with fresh horses for you.
This has all been arranged. This has
Aye.
all been prearranged.
when they took Philip's head, we had to do something. The Chamberlain came to talk to us. The Archbishop told us what they wanted. We told them what we wanted, and we arranged for this. She's planning to invade Devon. The Australia are going to lead it.
I have already declared she is no longer my queen. I cannot. She is the one committing treason against her people.
So one of the older rangers comes over and goes, right then, you got 10 minutes, eat, drink, get yourselves ready to go, and then mount up because we're riding. I want 2, maybe 3 horse changes between us and that city before we slow down to Devon. Understand?
Yes, and an ale for the newly promoted knight.
We'll be ale at the end of our ride, Sir De Vere. Right now, our lives are in danger.
Very well.
Your Majesty, he sort of looks at you. Permission, your Royal Ranger, sir.
Yes.
I ask for command of this expedition.
Yes. Just
Excellent. With all due respect, Your Majesty, let's go. Move. Come on. He starts basically, him and his men start herding you guys through the process.
well, I was gonna eat as fast as I could and try to be the first one on a horse ready to go because this is a Thane and the Thane doesn't want anything to do with this crap anyway.
Yeah, I am with the Thane.
So with that, you guys take a 10-minute refresh. Laurelin, hooves on the wind coming from the city. You recognize the staccato beat of them.
We have to leave. I get up from I'm still like shaking and like just sipping from some foul smelling brew as I dump it on the ground, throw my cup on the ground, and say we have to leave now. As I look at the range, the Royal Ranger.
Why?
We're being pursued. Mount up.
All right, then, let's go. You heard the man. We're riding. We ride now. We ride hard. Move.
Let's go.
Your Majesty. Stops and corrects himself. So you guys ride. You ride until the sun is starting to set and the shadows are growing long. Further outside the town, further outside civilization, past the farms and getting into a bit of the wilds of Pelabria, which is a hilly, like rolling land. Pelabria is a beautiful place. Like for all of you who are seeing it for the first time, it's quite beautiful. It's quite impressive. But it's sad that you're in this situation. But as you're getting higher up in the hills, you can see the road behind you. And in the distance, you see the thing you've seen once before in your lives when you fled and found yourself heading to the Boar's Head Inn.
Yep.
There is a troop of Austrati on your heels.
Do we have an idea of numbers?
Not at this distance.
Would there be more that follow them? I'm asking this.
I'd imagine they're out riding fast to catch us, Your Majesty, but there'll be King's Guard, Queen's Guard, and the rest coming behind it.
Then we keep going, poor horsey.
We have one more change of horses, but that'll be in the morning. We need to find a place to make camp for tonight. My boys are scouting for something. But it'll be a cold night. No fires, no pipes. Cold food, cold water, cold bed. You understand?
It's good for the soul.
We're going to be moving like bandits tonight, Your Majesty.
Well, we're being treated like bandits.
Shame.
So they basically take you guys off-road into hunting paths and things like that. It's starting to feel familiar to you. You've done this before. You've hidden in the woods. And eventually they find a place you're sure must be at least an hour away from the road on foot that you've walked. And then it's good. It's defensible. There's a stream nearby. It's a good place to make your camp for the night. Two of them just sort of nod to the leader and then head back the way you guys came on foot. He's like, they'll let us know if anyone's coming close. Otherwise, sleep, rest, unwind. Oh, and De Vere, and he reaches into his pack and he throws you a wineskin. It's not quite a fine ale, but it'll get the job done for your new night.
Thank you. I would like to
Alright.
sit down with Perrin and share the contents of the wineskin with him,
Okay.
have a little
okay.
and have a little talk about how I'm going to teach him the art of swordsmanship.
Okay.
And while we're at it, I'd like him to be the one to unwrap this gift with me.
Oh, we should be. He gets excited. He has purpose again. So he unwraps it and opens it, and it is basically a doublet, like the one you had before that you tore off and ripped all your stuff. Except instead of that red of your family, it's like a burgundy sort of color, like a purplish red. And it has your family crest on it. And it has sewn on the epaulettes, on the shoulder area, not the lioness of Pelabria, but the lion. It has Vortigern's sigil put on it.
I will proudly don that.
And there's a note from your family.
I will read.
It basically tells you they're coming for us. All is lost. This was the color we made for Vortigern that would have made us who we are now, had he lived to wear it. It is yours. We hear the tales. You serve a high king. Serve the high king. Follow the high king's god. Make this island safe. You have never embarrassed us. You have never been a disappointment. You are our one and only son, and you now carry the name De Vere to the future. And it's signed by your father.
I will fold it quietly, tuck it safely in a dry part of my pack, and I guess only Perrin will notice the tear running down my cheek.
Perrin steps in front of you to block everyone else's vision of you. Oh, it's very cold tonight. I hope that there are blanket or something because I'm very cold. And glances back to see if you're okay. And then, how are all of you?
The furs that the doublet was wrapped in. I say, here, Perrin, have this as an extra layer. Wrap yourself in these. They contained a king's crest. I think in you, you have the bravery to serve a true king.
Okay, merci. They're getting close. What the fuck was that? Who's living on a highway? My God. Okay. The night passes without instance. Almost. While you're all asleep, Brother Dale, you're unable to sleep. Your mind is racing. Every cricket, every frog, every noise you hear is like, oh, is it a sign? And suddenly there's a wineskin shoved into your, like, right in front of your face. And as you turn and look at the hand that's attached to it, you see. Remember, I told you there was a smiling head on a pike.
Yeah.
Well, the person whose head that is sitting beside you, and he just goes, "Ah, I see you got my book.
You must be Philip.
I must indeed be Philip, and you must be Dale, the last prophet."
Yeah, yes, very, very nearly the late last prophet.
Death's all right. It's just a door to another place. Here's a little tip. When they go to cut your head off, laugh. It confuses them.
They seem confused already with me. I don't know why. I'm just telling the truth of what's going to happen, what's going on.
Well, that's because you're quite mad.
Oh, is that good?
No,
It must be good.
no, it's not. It's bad.
Oh.
That's why they don't listen to you. They didn't listen to me much either, and I'm not mad. Well, I wasn't mad. Maybe I'm mad. Well, I'm a ghost now, so who cares? The point is, my boy, read the book.
I will. I look forward to
As you
it.
find yourself sitting there, having woken up saying, I will.
Will.
You're all alone in this clearing. And sitting across from you, Taylor style, with a fucking thing over his eyes, as far as you can tell, staring right at you, is Laurelin. And Laurelin, you just saw him talk to a ghost.
Mhm.
You and your magic
Look.
sight.
Laurelin, did you see that?
I
You
saw.
are looking at me, aren't you? I mean,
Yes, I am looking at you, looking through you. And
ah,
I saw you talking to the spirit.
and that
Was it a good spirit?
believe
There are
so.
bad spirits in the woods.
His name was Philip,
Wow.
and he
Philip
gave me the
always
book.
helping us, even after death.
Yes, he was very jolly. He said
Why,
I shouldn't be mad. I don't know. I'm not mad. I'm just trying to tell people things.
yes.
But they won't listen
And they
to
will
me. They don't
realize it
understand.
soon enough. Well, they don't trust you yet. They don't trust your words.
Ah,
But the time will come when they do.
they need to. They need to.
I know they do.
But this was foretold, not in the details, but the betrayal, the chaos starting to take the land, and we must fight it, so the High King can rise. Yes.
You are absolutely right. I suggest you get some rest.
I was trying to, and the taste of wine in my mouth, and I sort of settled down, and I actually tried to sleep.
And you do. But your dreams are weird.
So no change there. Then.
I gave you a document to read about the United Church, yes?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, when you get around to reading it, that's what your dreams are of, but it's disjointed and chaotic. If and when Dale finally starts reading the book, that's what the book is teaching you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I have actually been scanning it, but there's a lot there.
Oh yeah, it's not an easy role you have, but there it is.
No.
You are woken up early by the ranger, who I really should give a name. I'm gonna call him Ian because I got nothing else. So Ian wakes you all up. And he's like, "Your Majesty, it's time for us to get going.
Ow. Okay.
There's a bath waiting for us at the end of the day, and a bed.
All we have to do is make it.
We will. We're going to stick to the forest for a while until the scouts see what happened to our pursuers last night."
Okay.
All right, everyone. You got a few minutes. Get up, get ready, stretch it out, put your stuff on your horses. We're walking them through the woods. Move like you got purpose. So you're all moving, or
Oh, yeah.
crouching?
Yeah.
Eating while I'm working, getting horses ready, scouting out,
Okay.
boiling the cleaning the
You go,
boat.
you go to get your horse ready, and Perrin is already taking care of your horse.
Who, me
You, on the other
or
hand, your horse is your own shit to deal with now.
Yeah, yeah.
Your horse, your cheval is ready.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no, you do
I
not have to thank
pat
me,
him on
your Majesty. I serve you. I am your servant.
Wait, what? I thought I just promoted you.
Yes, to serve you. He
Oh, this-
smiles. Very happy.
Good job.
Merci.
I hate you, Devere.
So you guys walk through the woods. You think to yourself how long it's been since this adventure has started. Summer is coming to an end, and you started it in the spring. The first chill winds of autumn are hitting the island. Every now and then, as you're walking throughout the day, you see trees that are just, the leaves are starting to turn. They're not quite there yet, but the first hints of it are. At one point, they return with some rabbits for lunch, and they're fat, and they're starting to get that fur, like that bristly fur for winter. Like the island is changing, and it's heading into a time. Months. This has been months of your lives, 5, 6 months, something like that. It's been crazy so far. And you've not really had a lot of time to stop and think as a general group. You've seen crazy things. You've done crazy things. You've lost friends along the way. You've made friends along the way. But somehow, Ethane, you know the road ahead is still longer than the road behind. And whether that fills you with hope or despair, you know that you have no choice but to walk this road. Laurelin, something is happening on the island, and you can feel it. Old magic is waking up. Not all of it good. Things are afoot. Bakht, you know in your heart, this is what God wants of you. This is what the High Father demands. And for the first time in a really long time, the faith that always eluded you in the Ostrati, as a child even, growing up in this religion, that questions, those doubts, those feelings of suspicion are gone. Your purpose is clear. You are his protector. You must protect him at the cost of your own life if need be. Navri, your world has gone from simple to beyond complicated in just a few short months.
Yep.
You have a dream the night before. The king is dead. Tanir the 10th has died. It felt real. But it felt disturbing because it was you sitting on the throne, not ready, and them bringing you his head with its silver crown on it, expecting you to take the crown from it and put it on your own. And that made you wake up feeling disoriented. For the rest of the day, you're on edge. You're not yourself. You're feeling confused and conflicted. Devere, you wear Wardagern's sigil on your shoulders. And before Wardagern was a king by his own hand, he was the knight commander of the old king, the king that needed to be removed and Pelabria restored to brilliance. And you can't help but feel you are now in that role, that you are in a strange way the inheritor of Wardagern's legacy, the last great king on Albana, the last great king of Pelabria. Because of that, you find yourself reminded that you are a commander of knights, and yet there are only 2 knights with you, and one is a prince now. And in your head, there are now thoughts of, well, if I'm the knight commander, I need knights. And you're mulling that over. What you choose to do with it is your own, but those are the thoughts that are coming to you. And Dale, if you take the time to start reading the document that day, as you're walking, or, you can even sit on your horse and let someone else walk it at this point in time, really. There is a hint, a whisper of calmness that comes to your mind as the story you're reading starts to focus your thoughts and give them clarity, to know that the world may be chaos, but the truth of this document is absolute.
And it will
As
shine
you all
through.
read these things and observe these things as you walk through the day quietly, you eventually find yourselves arriving at a farm. And it's a big farm, nice farm. And you're all told to wait in the woods while 2 of Ian's guys run up on the door. The door opens, whistle and a come on. As you guys move to the barn, Ian guides you in to take the horses and put them somewhere away. And then from his packs, he starts taking out plain brown cloaks, like hooded cloaks, like a pullover type thing, like a poncho. Everything is right. Then put these on. No need us announcing who we are to anyone wandering by. We're just people on the road traveling north, right?
Okay.
And you there, and he's just looking at Laurelin with the feathery cloak. You mind swapping that out for one of these? You kind of stand out.
I just start taking off the cloak and trying to put on his cloak, but
So Perrin looks at you and he goes, Roi, may I help him? So Terran runs over and goes, "Relax, sorcier, relax," and he starts helping you put your robe on. The farm is a family, which may or may not make you feel hesitant because you are clearly putting them in danger. But they are immediately like, the High King, Your Majesty, we're honored by you being here. You may stay as long as you need. What is ours is yours, and for your men as well.
Thank you. Just one idiots told him I was a High King.
My name is Robert. I own these lands. I farm. My wife and children are here, and Your Majesty, if I don't mind saying, the taxes have been brutal underneath the Queen. They take half of what we grow, and then they steal the other half.
Wow. I can't do anything about that now, but a lot is brutal under her regime, apparently. But please, just call me a Thane here. I thank you for the hospitality. We will be as unobtrusive as possible. That's the word, right?
Well, I don't know. That's a fancy word. Yes, Thane. She wasn't always like this. Ethane, she was a good queen. It's those bloody Estradi that have turned her head, made her think that she must be brutal, and that only through brutality. By the way, Gerhard, this is like listening to your childhood. Only through brutality can one know God. But God is merciful, yes?
Yes.
Correct.
The sun shines because of God, yes?
Yes.
Correct.
Why would a God want us to suffer then?
I'm going to, at this point, remove the brown cloak to reveal the new emblem that I'm wearing. Goodness will return to this land, my friends.
My father fought on the continent for him. You wear his sigils.
I do, and I serve his
Then
honor
this is
now.
for you. And he goes off to a cupboard, and he opens up a closet, and he pulls out a medium-sized kite shield that has Vortigern's symbol on it.
Nice.
Whoa.
And he holds it out to you. Was my father's. It's all that came back from the war.
Then it
He's
is
buried
only
in a
fair.
field somewhere over there.
It's only fair that we do a trade. Here, have my shield.
Oh, thank you kindly, sir. And he gives you the nice one and puts yours in the cupboard and closes the door. So that night, there's food, there's drink, and other farmers from the area show up with food and drink and music. And everyone just acts like you're visiting people, traveling through, and just, it's nice to have visitors and let's have a party because there's visitors and what have you. Are you all taking this chance to revel, or are you not reveling?
I've got
not
a lot of
reveling.
reading to do.
I'm in a dark corner drinking that foul brew again.
Everyone gives you all the space in the world. No one goes near you. No one wants to talk to you. They all leave you the hell alone because you're the creepiest son of a bitch in the room.
So that part was easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to linger. I'm not going to partake in too much drink, but I'd like to sort of mingle with them to find out their stories regarding how things changed, the court, how things progressed, at which point recently things took a turn for the worst, and just generally to get an idea of what has happened to my homeland.
You find yourself having a pipe and an ale with a bunch of the men, right? The older men, a couple of younger fellows there too, but it's the men of this area. And the talk is of Vortigern, and you clearly see how proud they were of King Vortigern, and how sad they are at the fall of Queen Ebwin, and how she has turned to this darkness, this Astradi abomination, as they put it. They talk of the good times in their youth, and that yes, there was war, but it didn't matter because they were fighting for a good cause. And there's one guy, he's like, his right arm ends right here. He's like, I'll tell you a thing or two. We raised hell on the continent. We showed them what we was made of, and I promise you, there's many of them got worse than me still walking around remembering Pelabria. That type of thing. It's very rustic. But the thing you've noticed, no matter how much they talk about how hard things are, no matter how much they talk about the taxation, their daughters being, premia noctate and things like just the craziest stuff you're hearing that the nobility have been doing under the queen, none of them are bitter. None of them are angry. They're still proud of who they are. Come on. Jesus Christ. Get up here. They're still proud of who they are, and they believe in the High King. They believe in the Pendrick cycle. They believe that better times will be ahead for them. And they all make mention of how, like, if it comes to war, we'll fight. That's the way it is. This is our land, and we'll bleed for it if we have to. They like Navry.
I would be proud. I'm going to say to them, I would be proud to lead you.
Well, that seems pragmatic and practical to them. Okay, I love you, but stop trying to eat my nose. They find Navry quite interesting because not many of them know Ishmiri people, so that's interesting. Bach, you scare them because you remind them of your Strati. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit near a window, keep an eye on things.
Okay. And Dale, they give you lots and lots of space because you're reading, but every now and then they put a bowl of soup beside you or some bread or a glass of something to drink, a piece of fruit. They just make sure you're okay.
I'll mutter thanks and hardly notice and leave some of it and eat some of it and drink some of it. And I'm getting into the depths of the tome.
Laurelyn, there's a whisper in the wind. It's calling you outside.
I get up and set my drink down, put up the hood of my cloak, and just quietly let myself out the door and look up to the stars.
Well, as you look up to the stars, you can feel someone standing beside you, as there is a hooded figure there. And in a soft female voice, she says, "You are the blind wizard."
It depends who's asking, but yes, I am a blind wizard.
I am known as Esther. And she pulls back the hood, and basically she's like Helen Mirren looking, young Helen Mirren, that type of like Britishy, beautiful type woman, right? I am the witch of this wood.
Ah.
I take care of their livestock for them, bring their babies into the world, and sometimes prevent those babies from being born.
Well, it is good that these simple folk have someone of your qualifications, skills to look after them.
You make a lot of noise, Laurelyn Lockwald. Your
Yes.
magic's strong.
I do make a lot of noise and resonance, and for that I apologize, but it is only for the necessity of what we have to do.
Is it true you've been to the Isle of the Witches?
It is true, yes.
I would like very much to see that place.
Well,
I've heard there are wonders to behold there. Is that true?
oh, indeed, there are many wonders there. It is a strange and ethereal place. And I've seen many on my travels just in the few months.
I have a message for you, Laurelyn.
A message?
From the trees, from the rocks, from the rivers, from the hills. Do not let the High King forget the old ways. These islands may be misty, but they do not forget.
With a crooked smile, I said, I don't think you'll ever forget the old ways, and I certainly haven't. I was born out of them. Not to worry. He will learn slowly but surely.
We will meet again, Lorland Lockwald, thrice. And on the third time, one of us dies. Which I cannot say, but I have seen it.
Well, if it's to be one of our fates, so be it.
She pushed a pewter flask in your hand.
What is this?
To save the king. He's got an infection. He does not show it, he hides it, but the wound dealt to him at court festers.
I see. Why didn't you not give it to him yourself?
I am not welcome at this celebration.
I
It
see.
is the way of the witch. Only when we are needed are we allowed.
Well, someday on this isle we will be accepted again, just like we were in the times of old.
She just reaches out a long, slender hand and just strokes your cheek and says, "Those times are long gone, Lorland, and will not return."
Perhaps you're right. But whether they like it or not, we still have to guide them by the true ways, the old ways.
May the spirits walk your path until we meet next.
Yours.
And she pulls up her hood and wanders off into the woods.
I just watch her walk into the woods, and then I wander very slowly back into the party, and I look straight at the Fane with my third sight.
With your third sight. Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
we're walking. That's right. Never mind.
No, you're sitting. You're in a party.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Welcome to the game. You can see a shadow extending up like fingers and tendrils from the wound in his side. This wound is magical.
I wonder all the way around. I'm assuming we're like in a big like town hall kind of.
Well, it's like the hearth of this big farmhouse, like and it's a manor. This is a manor house.
Yeah, it's
like
a manor house.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah. So I wander all the way around to where a Fane is, and then I just am breathing down his neck again.
Can I help you?
You are suffering gravely, my lord.
You feel
This really sucks.
No, your wound. It is more than it seems.
They did a good job of patching it up.
They did what they could do, but I think you should drink this. It will help with the unfortunate magical infections you are suffering from before they overwhelm you. That is my counsel. If you need me further, I'll be in the corner there, sipping on my brew.
What is it?
I do not know, Fane.
It smells of sage, lavender, honey, and something bitter.
I don't want to get drunk.
So you down it. And at first you feel a warmth go through your body. And then suddenly you start sweating. And you feel a sharp pain in your wound. And as you look down on it, you see the wound pushing out and growing as the pain is becoming unbearable. Please give me a sanity save.
No.
For the record, I hate Laurel and everything he stands for. The old ways are dead.
I'm keeping an eye on him. By the way.
3. Is low good for saves?
Yes, so you're like,
Okay.
but you are in excruciating pain. Every nerve in your body feels like it's on fire. Everyone notices this at this point as the side of the High King is swelling out like a basketball. What do you all do?
I'm juggling the tome, which I'm trying to keep the place, and there's also a plate of food, and I go, help the High King.
I turn around and see what's happening. Do I see that this thing is pushing its way out?
It's growing. And as you're watching, you see black, almost like insect legs go out of the bulge. Ithane, you scream. You can't help but scream.
Yeah. Can I pass out?
No. You wish you could pass out. You're now lying on your side on the floor as this thing, you can hear the ripping of his flesh. You can hear the rending of his skin as this thing starts crawling out of the side of him, and it gets bigger and bigger as it does. It's currently about the size of Perrin, but getting bigger.
Oh, I'm going to rush over to it and say, good God, what is that? And stab it.
Roll to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, that's 100. I missed badly.
No, that's not a miss. That's a fumble.
Well, I'm gonna use reroll.
Not for a fumble.
Okay then.
So as you go, you're like, I'm gonna stab it. Its finger, if that's the only word you can use to describe it, shoots out and grows in length and pierces through you. You take 14 points of damage.
Oh, fuck.
As it pierces through you. What are the rest of you doing?
Do I see are there torches or anything laying around? Like on the wall?
There's lanterns.
Okay, I take one of the lanterns and throw it at it. As I'm throwing at it, I'm going to make that thing catch on fire, basically. But I'm using that as kind of a extension of my magic, if you get me.
Yeah. So you're trying to make it more likely.
Exactly.
Okay. So likely would be 75% or less.
Okay. And how many power points have I recovered?
How many days has it been?
It's 2. Am I correct in that?
You have recovered 18 power points.
Okay. And what'd you say the likelihood would be?
75% of your chance or less.
Okay. All right, I'm going to use 10 power points to enhance it.
Okay.
And I passed.
So you throw the lantern as it's stepping out, and as it's stepping, it's getting bigger. And the lantern hits it and breaks, and then fire shoots all over it, and it appears to have no effect. And as it stands, you see a face forming in the blackness and a mouth that opens. It's a mauve teeth, like needles covered in like black Icarus liquid. And you hear a voice say, "Balked, your death is at hand." And its tendrils go out like this, and the big two-handed sword on your back or on your side goes and flies over into its grip.
Oh shit.
At which point I'm going to draw my sword and try and smite it.
Roll the hit.
56, which is a regular success.
It parries with the sword, deflecting your blade. And then its tendrils wrap around you. Give me a strength check. You need to get 25% or less on your strength.
No.
It picks you up and throws you into the far wall. You hit, taking 7 points of damage on impact.
Oof.
Perrin steps in front with his dagger out like this, trying to be brave. What are you doing, Bakht?
I'm gonna step forward. I just have no weapon anymore.
Throw the cat at him.
No.
So what are you going to do?
I'm gonna take the dagger out of Perrin's hand and
Did
Okay.
Devere manage to retain the grip on his sword? Or
No, it took his sword.
the king has my sword.
no.
He hasn't equipped his old sword. It's still in your pile of stuff for some reason. I don't know why. Because he wants the new sword.
I was saying, Devere's been thrown against the wall or whatever. Did he manage to retain the grip on his sword, or did he drop it?
Oh,
Give me a dexterity check, 50%, please, Devere.
Yep, that's a pass.
Yes, he held on to his sword.
well, then it's Perrin's dagger. Sorry,
So
Perrin.
you take it from him. It's probably, again, it's literally candy from a baby at this point.
Yeah.
All right.
59. Hang on a second. Come on, you. I need my keyboard.
You hit.
Okay. What would the damage be?
Negligible. But the dagger does break open its carapace as black ooze comes out of it. Now we go to the next round. Who's got the highest? Sorry, dexterity plus a d10 unless you're unconscious.
Well, it will be Navri. Yeah, 91.
85.
Just so you know, Bear, I took over half my hit points in one hit on that last attack. So, do you want me to roll Constitution?
Not right now.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna try and attack the thing again.
Roll the hit.
21, which is a good success.
It does not match you, so you managed to hit it. Give me some damage.
Okie dokie. That is a 1d8 plus 1d4. Sorry, let me just get those. Okay, so that is a. Okay, so that's a 1. That is a 7 damage.
Okay, so you feel it hit. You don't know if you got a good shot on it or not. Its action, it reaches back and wraps its hand around Ethane's head and holds his body up. Balked only, or he dies. And Ethane's out, so he's just dangling in its grip.
Somebody want to give me a sword?
Ethane has a sword. Ethane has the sword, the king's sword. This would be a good time to. This would be an honourable.
How easy is it?
I think you're up, Devere.
Okay, Bakht, if you want, I mean, if you want to take Ethane's sword on your turn, I'm going to try and keep the creature, whatever it is, occupied, so that Bakht can try and take Ethane's sword, because I think this is an honourable time to use the Sword of Kings. So I'm going to try and hit it.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm clutching the
Which
tongue
one?
to my chest and scooting backwards out the way.
All right, go ahead, Devere.
44, which is a regular success. Almost a good success.
Give me some damage.
3.
And you, as you hit it, you see it start twisting Ethane's neck. Balked only.
All right.
Who's next on the initiative? Lorman, what'd you get?
I got a 65.
Balked, what'd you get?
71.
All right, you got Balked. What are you going to do?
I'm going to walk over to the High King and pull the sword out.
Well, okay. The High King is currently being held up by it. You have a dagger, son.
Take Sir Devere's sword. Just take a freaking sword. Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, Devere. Throw
Devere?
him the sword.
Didn't you say the dagger broke?
Throw him.
What's up?
Someone give Bach the sword, otherwise he's fighting with a dagger.
I mean, I've just used mine, so I probably can't pass it to you for you to make your. It's all everything sort of happens at the same time.
Good luck, Dagger Boy. What you doing?
All right. Attack with the dagger then. A 2.
Wow. Oh, fuck. It got a 99 on its block. So you basically lunge in with the dagger, and it completely looks like it wasn't expecting you to do so. Like it's completely like open to the shot, and the dagger pierces right into between its eyes, these black eyes, and punches through. There is a sound like air pulling through a rip in like that high-pitched wailing sound of air being sucked in as this thing starts collapsing in on itself, and you hear it say, "You will be killed," and then and it just becomes gunk and goo on the floor, dropping the High King.
Not today.
I rush over to the High King and start checking on his vitals and seeing what I can do.
The wound is sealed. He is fine. He's just unconscious.
All right. Well, quick, somebody pick him up.
The doors burst open as like all the Rangers come running in with weapons. And Ian's there's like, I heard a noise. What's going on? The king. And they just rush over to you.
He's fine. He's fine. Just lift him up. We need to find a place for him to rest.
One of the other guys goes, yeah, but your prince is going to die. As you took half your hit points.
I did, yes.
But you're now bleeding profusely from the wound.
Yeah.
You're gushing blood.
So I look down. I'm like clutching it, like with my hand, like. Oh.
I rush over to Navri and I take off my.
Quick moment.
Yep, sorry.
Give me a Constitution save, but with a negative die added in.
Penalty, yes, sir. Okie doke. So that is a fail, but I will. Can I re-roll this one?
As long as it's not a fumble.
Okay. Yep. That's 85, so not quite. Re-roll, please. Well, that's a fumble. So
basically, as you rush over to Navri, he's just like blood is just going.
So I just collapse on the ground in front of you.
I'll go over to try and help Laurelin with this, and I've got some medicine skill, but not much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your medicine skill roll. What are you going to do, Laurelin?
I have first aid. I start tearing my cloak into pieces and start binding up the wound. Okay. But I also start whispering.
I don't know what to do with all this blood coming out. 92. Oh.
It's horrific. Okay, what are you whispering, Laurelin?
Father of the earth, mother of the sky, please give this prince the strength to come through. And I start binding his wounds. And
the room goes dark for you, Laurelin, not for anybody else. For everybody else, it looks fine. And the fire flares, and the stonework of the hearth suddenly becomes a face with a mouth, and it looks at you and it says, "No, blood must be paid."
Then you shall have mine.
Do not want your blood. The sacrifice has been made. As you feel Navri growing cold in your hands.
Mm.
The rest of you can see Navri just going, and he's going deathly pale as the blood is just pooling everywhere.
No, take me, save this young boy.
You are already claimed.
I can spend 5 luck for a reroll, can't I?
Yes, you can.
Then I will try.
Can I sort of shepherd all the innocent farmers out?
Still a fail.
Absolutely. You and the Rangers are basically getting people out of the way. Last chance, guys. Anything you're trying to do, now's the last chance to do it. I will give you seconds. Consider and contemplate your actions before you do something. Thane, you're waking up and seeing all of this happening.
Seeing the state he's in, I and realizing I can't do anything, I'm just going to start praying.
Okay.
I don't know what else to do.
I will pray with him.
Okay. Time's up. Last chance. What are you doing? Two are praying. One's getting people away, especially the women folks, so they don't have to see this horror.
I look straight at the creature and I say, "You cannot have him. You will not take him." It's like bloody tears are running down my face.
It is not your decision to make.
Well, whose decision is it?
As you feel the death rattle of Prince Navri Ishmatir as he lies in your arms, the room goes dark for you, Laurelin, and the door opens as you see a glowing woman in veils and a skirt made of coins, very Beshite looking. And as she walks, there's a clinking sound, and you see her put her hand down, and you see Navri's glowing hand come up and take it as she pulls his soul out of his body. And Navri goes on to his immortal rewards.
I clutch my staff in my chest, and then I just fall down on my knees and just whisper, "No." But
I think that's a good place for a break while I go get another cup of coffee. What do you guys think?
yeah, pretty good, bro.
Yeah.
Fumble's a fumble, Iman. Not much I can do about that, brother.
I rolled 2 100s. That's crazy, man.
Hey,
You're doubly
just an
dead.
idea.
Okay.
Just an idea. There are rangers here he could play.
There's lots of ideas we have. Don't worry.
I'm just presenting one.
I'm just going to grab coffee and come back.
Yep.
Oh dear.
I'm
I
starting
so
to hate
thought-
playing a thing.
I was so sure Devere would be the first one to die.
I rolled 100
Okay,
and I was trying to
me.
hit the thing, and then my 85 constitution weren't good enough. Okay, so I re-roll and then I roll 100 again. I'm like, oh shit.
Such a
How many
dice.
times the dice have been on my side? It was about time for them to turn, eh?
It's why we play the game, though. The Jeopardy.
I have,
Dice are a fickle mistress.
I have no qualms about it. I died in battle. I died heroically. That's fine.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh no, poor Siobhan. Oh fuck.
Right, I'm going to go get another drink.
And now we need a new Prince of Ishmir.
The heir died before the king did. Well, Navri's no longer the one between worlds. He's just in another world.
He finally found the other side. Ooh, if you're maybe now you're actually doing your part in the prophecy. You're going to be our Obi-Wan.
Laurelin and Philip, not Philip, sorry. Dale will be having visions of me speaking to them from the other side, like. Oh, poor Navri. That is, let me think. I think that's my 5th character death, maybe 4th. Not had too many characters die yet.
You know what really sucks is nobody paid for that death.
That's true. That's okay. I paid for the death.
Well, I'm sure glad I got to wake up to watch that happen. The late prince.
Ain't I a little stinker?
I changed my name, Bear. Do you like it?
The late prince. I love it.
You missed the joke that
Oh,
I
I
made,
heard
by
it.
the way. I said Navri's no longer the one. Oh, you heard it.
That's right. Navri's what? No, I heard the Obi-Wan joke. What was the joke?
Oh, he's no longer the one between worlds. He's just in another
Yes,
world.
Exactly. Wait, can we pay for things to happen? Bringing a character back from the dead ain't going to be cheap. But yes.
And Kevin, you have to do it on Bear's channel. Don't super chat me if you want something to happen.
Or, trust the game and he'll have a new character at some point in the next game, which will be something new that he can bring to the story. Or we can super chat him back to life in a very interesting story, dramatic way. I await.
Who was it last time? It was Longshot, wasn't it? Or it was Mondo. It was both of them.
But it would have to be on my channel. You can't super chat me on Legion of Myth. You'd have to come over to Bear, the 10x GM, to do it. But I would be willing to do something fucking cool. We'll say, what do you guys think? $25 sound fair?
Well, let's see. What was it before? It's $5 for a luck point. It was it's $20 for something bad to happen, $50 to kill, or was $50 a TP? No, $500 for a TPK.
No. It was $5 for a reroll.
I think it was
$25
$25
for a
bad
story
happen.
element and $50 for a TPK.
Oh, I thought you said the last video was 500, but okay.
No. That was a joke that time.
Oh, okay. Got it.
No, I thought it was 50 to kill.
Yeah, one
Okay,
character.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. 50 to kill one character and 500 for a TPK.
Yeah. Yep.
But for 25, I got a story. I got an idea. Don't worry. This brain's cracking. How much do I charge for funerals? You weren't here for the day when Keithane said, "Do you do weddings?"
No, seriously, I was thinking about that while he's on the stage. I didn't have the opportunity because there just wasn't the opportunity to say something to anybody. We had to get the heck out of there. But I wanted his head off a pike, and I was going to say, you were supposed to marry me.
Aw. Just waiting for DeVere to come back.
DeVere quit. He's no longer a knight, so he's like, I'm out.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. I think he got a good death out of it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was much more heroic than my first Call of Cthulhu character death. Oh, that was embarrassing.
As soon as DeVere gets back, we will continue, because shit ain't done.
Yeah, say that in the second character when he got kicked in the nuts.
Law Dog says, does IQ want to bring Navri back? I guess implying, or does he want to make a new character and see where that goes? What does Navri want? What does Iman want?
Iman is happy either way. I mean, he's going to miss Navri, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I have no qualms about it. I died heroically, so.
So, while everyone in the chat is debating what they're going to do about that idea,
No.
yeah, his claim, I am Navro, and I am here.
I am Irvan. It's Navri
Hey,
backwards.
Laurelin,
Yes.
there is a pressure outside as you're all looking at this. You can feel it outside the building. It's almost like the world goes. You feel it. And as you turn your head with your second sight to look through the walls, you see at the road to this farmstead, the Ostrati have arrived. Clearly by magic.
By magic?
Clearly by magic.
I rise up and I drop Navri out of my arms and start wiping the tears away from my face as my whole face is, smeared with blood. They're here. And not just them, another force as well.
They?
Send out blocked. We are here for Bocht. All your rangers are looking at you, King.
How many are there out there? What happened?
Is he? Oh, he's conscious. Okay.
Yeah, like right as he was dying, and I'm actually looking at it like, is he dead? What happened?
Navri's dead, and it seems that we're surrounded.
How long was I out?
Seconds.
And all this happened? Oh, how many are out there?
Do not know yet. They just arrived.
You have to get away from this farmhouse.
Every second we spend here puts the innocent farmers in danger.
I just want to... I don't even care if I die. I just want to fight him. Sick of this.
So the rangers all drop to their knees in front of you. And Ian looks at him and goes, Knightus, then. Make us your men, and we'll fight to the death for you. The bravery of that lad there will carry us forward.
Well, if we do this, I'm doing this too.
Of course. We wouldn't
Okay.
follow a king who won't fight.
I need somebody's sword.
You have your own sword.
Oh, that's right. For some reason, I thought he grabbed it, but he grabbed it, but you're right. All right, go through the ritual. Something.
Jerry. Woo. Damn.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Jerry,
Is that the funeral pit?
Beautiful.
But I like how he left the door open. It doesn't actually have to be Navri. It could be his next character. I like that.
Don't worry, I got an idea. But right now, let's get back to this. Iman, sit tight.
I don't know how to do a mass knighting, so I'm just tapping everybody on the shoulder, smacking them across the face, saying my words, and
They stand up, they turn to Devere, and they go, and Ian goes, all right then, Knight Commander. Command us.
My knights, we fight.
Brilliant.
Follow
You wanna go
me.
first, Your Majesty, or shall we kick the door open for you?
Follow me.
Aye, sir.
I know. Are there any of the farmers or anybody left around?
No, you got them all.
Yeah, they
Devere
ushered
got them all
up-
safe out the back. They're hiding in the back there. Yeah.
Well,
A couple of the old guys though are standing there, like at the door, and they're like,
how do I get to the
We'll
roof?
fight for you, Your Majesty, if you want.
No. How do I get to the roof? Keep your family safe. How do I get to the roof?
Thatch roof, you'll go through.
Oh, fuck. All right. Is there a back door out of here?
And behind us,
Does it lead to outside?
it leads to the back, to the fields and the forest. That's where we
Perfect.
send women and children.
Perron, come with me.
We, yes.
I'm gonna go out the back. And
So-
just so people don't think I'm running away, I'm making sure I have my bow with me, knocking an arrow.
Ian's like, Your Majesty, we might need a little information about what the plan is before you go running out the door.
Sir Devere!
Right.
Fight
all right,
alongside me.
let's go then. Time's wasting. We're losing light.
I'm following the High King.
Charge!
So the door opens as Devere and 4 newly appointed knights go charging out the door. What is Bocht doing?
I'm gonna grab the sword that the creature dropped. I'm going with him.
Okay. So you guys go charging out the front as you see them sitting on their horses, and you see Gerbrecht there, and he just goes, and you hear him clearly because his voice is carrying across the field. Kill Bocht, capture the. No, he turned to an Irishman. Kill Bocht, capture the rest. We give them to the Queen. As they all drop off their horses, there are 10 of them, and they draw their Z-handers. He's got a new one, and they start walking across the field towards you. Out the back, where are you going there, smart guy?
Just want to get some distance in there so I can start lobbing arrows. A little bit of cover, or even if I have to duck back and forth between it.
Perrin takes your hand when you do that, and he goes, No. No. He points to the bow. It's not the way of a knight.
I'm not a knight.
You are what? You are the great chevalier. You are the one who is better than all of us.
Watch and learn.
You see, he looks crestfallen, and you can feel it, Dale. It looks like he's lost his faith in the king all of a sudden. Because his head has been filled with bullshit from this asshole. Iman, if you're gonna be rolling stuff and making noise, can you mute your mic because it's creating a lot of background noise, sir?
Yeah, I don't think that was him.
Oh, that might be me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Wow, look at that Malachi Slough Blame over next door.
Nice. Okay.
I took the blame.
So you guys rush out the front. As I said, that scene happens. You go find Purchase. The top of the barn will work for you if you want to climb up there.
Okay.
So you climb up. We'll make you roll for that. You've got lots of room in sight. Meanwhile, Navri.
11.
Pulled out of your body by the dancer. You know the story of the dancer from your father's side of things. The dancer is the one who brings you to the celestial court to be judged upon death. The celestial court, the religion of the Beshites, predates even Zahirism. They still practice it, even though they are Zahiric. They've never given up their old ways. As you dance up into the sky with her, and she dances you into the sky, you see stars swirling and moving around. And then there is a door. And then through that door of stars, you enter a room made of stars. And you see before you the phoenix, the bull, and the scorpion. The three celestial gods of the stars of the Beshite sailors, famous constellations in the sky. And the phoenix is the one that speaks. You are Navri Ishmita.
Yes, that is
You
me.
are the one between worlds.
Yes.
Who's typing like an asshole?
Sorry, that was me. I was trying to type quietly. So.
You didn't succeed. You are dead.
This is death?
This is the door. This is judgment. Have you led a good life, Navri Ishmita?
I think so. I hope so.
Have you been noble and true?
Always
Scorpion goes,
true to myself.
and the bull says, he lies.
I tell no lies.
You have never chosen. You serve all but none. Reform, Zahir, Celestial. Between worlds you have been. Choose who you serve, or between worlds you will stay.
I serve the true faith. I serve the High King.
Are you sure?
In life.
Are you sure, Navri Ishmita, that you serve the High King?
Yes. Well, in life I did.
And in death, do you serve the High King?
My duty has not been fulfilled.
Answer the question, Navri Ishmita. Do you serve in death?
Yes.
So be it. You serve nothing else. No title. No lord, no lady, no family. Nothing but the High King. And then the stars under your feet that make the floor fall, and you find yourself falling towards the world. Meanwhile, back outside. Let's have a little sword fighting, guys.
Okay.
All right, initiative plus Dex plus a D10. The Austrati get an 84, and Gerbrecht gets a 79.
88.
68.
You're not out there with them, are you, Cody? Where are you? Where's Laurelin? You're muted. You're muted.
You muted.
Sorry, a lot of background noise going on. I was inside. I was waiting for you to ask what I was doing. So I am
I lost
looking.
track of you in all the chaos. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I am actually going to look into myself and out of myself, closing my eyes and feel where this dark magic is coming from, where the source is.
Ooh, that's a bingo. All right. Give me a notice check using your inner sight.
Insight, spot hidden.
Yep.
Either one.
Insight for this.
Insight. Okay. Yeah, I passed, and it's like a critical pass.
Okay. Just beyond this field where the knights are all rushing together to die, where the king has abandoned the idea of leading from the front and is climbing up a tower to shoot arrows like a rogue and a knave, where a young knight who believed in something has now lost his belief because he is watching a man he was born to serve act like a knave, a rogue, and where the stars, apparently the microwave got turned on up in the stars. The stars are swirling and constellations are dancing above you. All beyond that, on a hill, a mound, a sacred place for the Afrani. That witch stands, Esther, chanting, sending dark magic to the Austrati.
I'm gonna insert myself into her consciousness.
Let's bring the dead guy back in. All right, be quiet, dead guy. So as you do this, basically what happens is you find yourself standing in the field, and then suddenly the gap between you and the hill just goes until there is a chasm between the two of you. The sky, stars, indigo, lightning. It's crazy. It's not reality anymore. You are now fighting on the fucking fields of magic. She stands on the hill staring at you as you stand looking across at her, and she just laughs and goes, "What a fool you are, Lauren and Lockwald. You believe in your true sight, but you cannot see the things that are in front of you. Tonight, you will die, and your magic will be mine."
Death does not make me afraid. It is only a part of the natural world, and you are no servant of it. As I raise up my staff, fucking epic wizard duel style, I'm gonna knock this bitch to the ground.
All right, we're going to use power as the stat, and
All right.
we're going to roll it as initiative. D10 plus power.
All right.
She gets a 69. She's fucked. Woohoo.
I also got a 69.
Simultaneous. What are you doing? She is basically casting a life drain upon you to steal your anima, to steal your power.
As she's doing that, I'm going to reflect it back at her.
All right.
Yeah.
This is going to be magic versus magic. Whoever gets
All
the
right.
better success wins. It's all straight. There is no unbelievability here because you're on the plane of magic.
Yep.
She gets just what's the one just above a critical? Good.
Good.
She got a good success. So within 25% of her total.
Well, she beat me. I got under half.
You got under half. Do you want to re-roll? Do you want to spend some luck and take a second chance on that one? What do you want to do?
I will spend luck, and I will ask a little whisper to the fairies.
Okay.
Oh, the fairies came through. I rolled a 11.
Is that under 10% of your total?
It is not. It's close.
Okay. So you get the same roll. So basically you stagnate each other as you feel a hand on your shoulder. And as you let your sight wander there, Esme is standing beside you with her hand on your shoulder. And as you see, on her shoulder is a hand of another witch and another witch and another witch going all the way back to the island. They are lending you their power. You gain 20% to all of your rolls for magic for this battle. Unless she finds a way to break the thing, which seeing them, that's what her next move is going to be. But first, we're going back to the boys in the ground with the swords. All right, who had the highest initiative on the ground? What are you doing?
Is there any way at all I can get to Gerbrecht?
Absolutely. You can charge right at him because he's charging right at you.
Absolutely. I am going straight for Gerbrecht, and I intend to run him through like the scum he is.
Give me your attack.
29. That is a good success.
He parries. 33. That is a good success. It's basically ching ching. You guys bash swords off of each other. Who's next highest? I guess it would be Gerbrecht or Gerhard. What'd you get?
80. Wait, 68.
No, so it was Gerbrecht. Gerbrecht goes next, so he's going to try and run Devere through. 19. That is a good success.
48 isn't.
So getting any luck before I roll damage?
Yes. 46 still isn't.
11 points of damage as his two-handed sword comes down into your shoulder and you feel your collarbone snap. Ow, ow, ow. All right, Gerhard, you're up. What are you doing?
Going for Gerbrecht. 44 on, where is it? 83.
Well, unfortunately, no. All right, so you hit him. Give me your damage.
What's the damage?
Two-handed sword. Look it up.
That is my hand.
Look it up.
Hey, hang on.
Hang on. Stay. Come back.
Didn't write it on the character sheet?
Well, he just stole it, so
Yeah.
Oh.
it's fair that he doesn't
That's fair.
know it. Where's the index? Weapons. War engines. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sword skill. Where's the equipment? God, I hate their indexes. They are such shit. Investigator equipment and weapons, page 88.
Thank you.
Boats,
almost there.
clothing, same thing, tools, weapons, shield, weapons, fine, scabbard, bows, weekly wages, hand-to-hand weapons. Sword, long sword, short, no sword, great. So we'll look at a long sword, does a D8, so this does a D10.
Okay. Plus from my strength.
Yep. Strength. And by the way, I was meaning to show you this earlier, but we started really quickly. Devere, John, my review copy arrived today.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. It's out then. Fantastic.
11
points of damage as you bite into the side. But the thing is, he's wearing full fucking plate armor like all Astradi do. And your sword goes king, and you see him grimace a bit from the impact, but you don't penetrate the armor. He took damage, but you didn't cut him. Around you, you very quickly realize the Astradi are good, and they outnumber your knights, but these fucking rangers are badasses, as each of them are basically, they're not fighting to attack, they're just parrying, letting these big bastards in their heavy armor suits wear themselves out as they're trying to hack into them. Back on the magic hill. Oh, sorry, yes, what are you doing? Oh, God,
Surprise attack.
As the mad cat attacked. So I went out the back with the High King and with Perrin, seeing what happens, the look on Perrin's face, and as the High King climbs into the barn to take his shots, I'll grab Perrin by the shoulder and say, Perrin, lad, boy, do not judge him. Do not judge him. It is not just running into combat. He has other things to do. Protect him. Make sure they can't reach him.
I understand. And he runs around the edge of the barn, heading towards the battle.
Oh shit!
Perrin, no!
No. Are you going to chase him, or are you going to just let him go?
I'm holding the tome to me, and it's like, can I try and grab him as he turns that way to run?
Not holding the tome to you. That thing's heavy as fuck.
It is. That's the trouble. So no, Perrin, no.
But are you chasing, or are you staying put?
I'm staying put.
All right, Athene, you get to the top.
Perron's supposed to be with me. Okay.
As you look, you see Perrin running with his dagger towards the battle.
I got it. Damn him! Perron, no! Well, there goes my position.
That asshole cat is named Beans, by the way. Okay, meanwhile, on the Magic Hill, she sees what's going on. Roll initiative. All right. Ooh, she gets a 90.
That should be me.
She's going to try and break the connection for you and Esme.
Okay.
She gets a 28. Esme just kind of, her hand just goes like this as the tendril breaks off, and you hear her whisper in her lovely Jito accent, "Not today. Today, you die." All right, what are you doing, Cody?
The same thing she was trying to do to me, I'm going to do back to her.
Roll.
And as I'm doing so, Sister of Darkness, you may be a servant. Well, Sister of Darkness, you do not serve the old ways. The old ways is balance, and you shall find that tonight. Once I cast you back into the shadows where you belong. I passed under 50%.
Under 50%. So basically it reaches out, you hit her, and you start sucking power out of her. Roll 2d10 for the amount of power you take.
Okay. 13.
Add 38 to that as you feel the channel go into Esme and then back through the rubber line. So
Okay.
38,
So
what you rolled.
I rolled 13.
So 48, 52, 51. On the battlefield, you hear from off in the distance, all of you, no matter where you are, you hear this insanely pained wail of agony and the word "oh" as you drain her of all of her power and existence, and she just collapses in on herself and is dead. On the battlefield in front of you, suddenly these guys are stumbling as if something has been taken away from them. You have initiative this round. What are you doing with it? Start with the king. What are you doing? You have initiative.
I hate Perron right now.
You haven't got a shot.
I do have a... Yes, I'm going to take the shot. It's obviously going to be at Gerbrek because that dude's an asshole.
Give me an a spot hidden to see if you can tell which one is him. Because they all just look like guys in full plate armor and helmets. Remember, no
57. I don't think I made it, but let me check. I did not.
Okay, I'm going to roll randomly.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me your shot, and I'll tell you who you hit.
All right. I got a 23, which I know makes it, but by how much? I actually made it good.
So your arrow arches out and lands right between the helmet and the neck guard of one of them, not Gerbrecht for you guys on the field. And as the guy kind of goes, oh, and staggers, Perrin runs up and shoves his dagger up underneath his breastplate and just kind of goes, as blood starts pouring down on Perrin. Devere, what are you doing?
I'm locked in deadly combat with Gerbrecht.
Yes, you are.
I am, yes. Come on, Bocht, we must take him down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whack him.
Roll the hit.
attempt to anyway. 51 is a good success. No, it's a normal success.
Normal success. His shield catches it and knocks it away. Locked.
Same thing. 7 on an 83.
Wow.
Extreme.
There, sorry. How's
Oh!
he using his shield with a two-handed sword?
He carries it one-handed. There's a reason.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
I hate to break the news to you. He got a 5. So your swords clash, but he has to make a strength check, which he fails as his sword gets knocked out of his hand because he can't hold on to it. Then a bolt of lightning strikes him from the heavens. As he drops to his knees, sizzling, by the way, within the armor. So you can hear the he sort of pulls his head off and his helmet off, and you see his face is all like welted and scarred. And now you can see which one is him. A light comes out of the building that you were just in. And as you turn and look, you see Navri, glowing, walking towards the battlefield. Everyone give me a sanity check, except for Navri.
Oh, geez, of course.
Do I need to make a sanity check?
No, you're already insane.
Exactly.
66, 85.
Okay?
62 is a fail.
Okay.
I have 90 sanity and I failed.
So you guys who failed cannot fucking believe what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Like Navri is dead. And here he is walking, but his armor is like he's not glowing. He has like an iridescent sort of quality to him, and the edges of his armor, all the silver is radiating. Like he's like, whoa. Laurelyn, you've dispatched of her and become aware of this as you turn your head back and you see the paladin of the High Father standing there on the field. Navri has been reborn with the power of the one true God. Gerbrecht is staring at him, and he's just like, 9! You got one shot, each of you. Take it now. And that includes the High King who's cat scratching up there.
Does that include me as well?
No, you're just watching because you know judgment is about to be served.
All right. Taking my shot. God, no. I'm spending 5.
Okay.
That's a 15.
Your sword plunges. You literally just take your sword up with 2 hands and bring it down through the side of his neck. Devere, what do you do?
I failed my sanity check seeing Navri coming, so I'm probably...
Doesn't matter, you can still act. You're just like, holy fuck, what's going on? Like, by failing your sanity check, your faith is being questioned because this is not an Othasian fucking thing. This is something else, but it's clearly divine. For you, Dale, well, you're crazy, but this is normal. This is supposed to happen. Of course, this makes perfect sense.
Can I attempt to decapitate Gerbrecht?
You want to steal the king's shot too?
Yeah, I do. I want to put Gerbrecht's head. I want to mount Gerbrecht's head on the tip of his own sword and leave it out as a warning, as he did to my.
If you get a critical, you will take his head off.
Do it, do it, do it.
I need a critical and. Ooh. What range is a critical bear?
10% or lower.
Oh.
Can I ask a clarifying question on that?
Sure.
Because everything on my character sheet goes with 20%, and it does automatic math.
20 is not, so that's Call of Cthulhu shit for 20, but for Dark Ages and all that fun stuff, you got to have that 10% for the critical. Just like the fumble is on the high end, that's on the low end.
I've missed a critical by 4.
Well, I believe there's a way to spend luck to lower your roll.
Then I will do that.
Well, then that's going to cost you 4 luck.
then I will do exactly that.
All right, so you spend the 4 luck as your sword comes down. It just sort of skips off of his neck protector and comes in at the side of his head instead, and you basically cut his head off over the top of his jaw, leaving the bottom of his head still attached as the top rolls off.
It's got a sting.
And I will pick it up and raise it to his men.
Well, his men are
mounting it.
dying. His men are currently being run through now because when they stumbled, the knights now.
I want the last thing that for them to see is the ignominy of their leader's partial head being mounted on the tip of his own sword.
And then it is quiet. Starts raining.
I'm dangling off the edge of this roof and dropping down. Unless it's like 8 stories or something stupid like that.
I'm going round the front where the battle has been and looking at this glowing Navri, and I'm going to slowly go up to him. And if it's raining, I'm trying to shield the tome. And as I get to him, I'm just going to poke him with my finger.
As you go to poke him, the glow drops, and just plain old Navri is standing
It wasn't
there.
me. You, Navri?
Dale. Yes, it is I.
You weren't very well just now. Are you better?
I died, but I'm back. I have seen the truth. Dale, all along I thought you mad, but you were right.
No, I'm right. Yes. Of course I'm right. I tell myself I'm right all the time.
I serve the High Father. I serve the High King.
Good. Yes. Yes. You sure you're better?
Judgment has been passed upon these people. Righteous judgment. Yes, I am better. Divine intervention. It was not my time just yet.
If you've come back like that, let me see. You can't. Well, the one who's outside, the one between worlds. Well, you were between worlds, but you're not between worlds anymore. You're back.
No.
Are you the first paladin?
I am the paladin of the High Father.
Then, welcome, O paladin. You must speak with the High King and explain.
Yes, of course.
I presume by this point you're all gathering.
Well, yeah, and then you see Laurelin for the first time put his hood down and visibly smiling with joy on his face and rushes over as much as he can because he's really exhausted.
Hey, Laurelin?
Yeah.
You know that thing where you sucked all of her life out of her?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the rest of you can see it. There are 2 perfectly normal eyes with a purple glow in Laurelin's fucking face.
That just gives him more to pluck out.
I plucked out 4 eyes.
They're glowing. Like there's a little iridescent glow in them.
Laurelin.
You don't have to turn on the sight anymore. You now see it.
Young Prince, I grab him and like grasp him, and I'm like crying now and like happy and joyous, and I grab him.
Laurelin, my good man, it's good to see you. And
It is good to see you, young Prince.
And you can actually see me.
Your death. Of course, the High Paladin.
Prince, Prince, did you do that?
No.
Oh, you were glowing all and thing, and I mean, first paladin. Are you sure you didn't do that when you came back?
I
went
didn't
away.
do that.
Whatever.
No. I was sent back here as my duty has not been fulfilled. I'll turn to Ethane. High King, I serve the High Father as his paladin, and I serve you as the High King. No one and nothing else.
Yay.
You feel a hand off the back of your head, Ethane. As you all see, slightly iridescent, incandescent like before, but he was Philip standing there.
That's him.
Get your head out of your ass, boy. You're the High King. Suck it up and learn.
You're dead.
Philip.
Aye, and the threshold has been passed. You have taken the step now, all of you, to the next. It's not going to get easier. As he dissipates.
I should have jumped off the boat.
That's him. That's the one who. Yes, that's the one who. He said to Perrin to give me this, and then he talked to me. I thought I was going mad. No, I'm not going mad.
What about Perrin?
Perrin's covered in blood from the guy that he gutted, but he's got a grin like ear to ear with his little dagger, and he's just like, he's loving what he's seeing. You kidding me? He's a 10-year-old. This is like fucking Star Wars for him.
I want to go home.
We all want to go home.
But perhaps we should go inside where it's not raining. I've got to protect this book.
Some of us have no home now, or at least we need to forge a new home.
What's a home?
What are they doing with the rest of the Estradi?
They're dead. They're just lying there.
Okay, every last one of them. Okay.
Let us return to the spot of my passing.
Devere, are you Prince Snob? Who are you?
It is me. Not quite as you remember, but it is I.
Okay, Laurelin.
I have been reborn.
I need go through these bodies. Improve whatever weapons, armor, whatever you need to do, and I want to get out. Whatever we can't carry, give to the farmers. They can sell, do whatever they want to do with that stuff, and let's get the heck out of here. We'll stay the night.
The High King has spoken.
And let's also make sure they're all okay. And Devere,
yes,
I can't be. Take care of Pearl.
Perrin.
He swore loyalty to me. That's great. I don't care. You're his charge.
Chevalier,
Yes, Perrin.
what do you want me to do? I do.
I would like you to get a good night's sleep, and in the morning we will learn swordsmanship.
Okay.
Make sure you have a good breakfast. We'll be up early before everybody else.
Yes, I will make breakfast for everyone. Yes, good. Okay.
No,
Okay.
you will not make breakfast for everyone. They will make breakfast for you. You are a knight now.
No.
One thing,
I don't
one
want
thing,
to
Perrin,
be
you will need to learn is discipline.
But I don't want to
Discipline
be
in the
knight.
battlefield.
Okay, Chevalier, come with me.
You don't want to be a knight.
As you say, I will be knight. Okay.
You don't want to be a knight. Do you not aspire to be a knight?
I will do as you say. I will be knight.
Good lad.
Hey, bon.
One last thing I'd like to do is I'm walking back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna look at Navri and shake my head because the thing's confused. He just is in his normal confused state right now, walking by, shaking his head, not in a negative way, just totally confused. And just I'm done with today. It's got to be time to get some sleep.
I'm done with today. I like that. I'm done with today. And with that, we will bring this episode of Codex Albana to a close. Those who are warriors may find full suits of plate mail that they can wear in the dead if they wish to scavenge them.
Oh yes, I'm
Yeah.
afraid I know. You have successfully expunged a lot of De Vere's airs and graces about that sort of thing in this session.
All right, send me your votes on Discord for your MVP, boys.
How?
How what?
Nah, this is the toughest one.
Did you watch the same episode we all played in? I can't vote for one person.
It's a bit difficult.
I'm going
isn't
to take the first letter of everybody's name, and that's who I'm going to vote for.
There's 6 people. Roll a d6 and go. If it's that hard for you.
I mean, even Malachi almost did something.
Hey, Malachi did better. Come on, be nice.
Thank you, Bear.
I mean, it wasn't great, but it was
But it
better.
was better.
Yes, Malachi, you are the one we like to kick.
Oh.
I remember sending as a private message, not to the group chat.
Yeah.
Yep,
working
yep, yep,
on it.
yep.
Somewhat surprising.
Oh.
So, Cody, you like your magic fight?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Okay. Be that way.
I changed my character name again.
All right, I think that's everybody but Malachi.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Discord.
Yeah, well, we don't have great expectations, Malachi. Come on.
And there we go.
Yay! All right, we'll start at the bottom. Iman, who'd you vote for and why?
I voted for Sir Devere, John,
Why?
because he had some actual fucking character growth. He denounced something that he once believed in. I mean, that's great. Like, he's finally understood, hey, something's fucking not right about this, but only when it pertains to him and his threats. Like, fuck every other culture and the shit that's going on there. Now it's happening in his place. He's like, oh, shit, okay. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, what was your highlight of the night?
I guess I have to say me being reborn.
Yeah, I got to talk to you about your character before the next game. You got some new mojo.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. All right, you have fun?
Yeah, it was great.
Worth the wait?
100%.
All right, then. Andy, who'd you vote for and why?
I voted for John as well because I thought he'd gone through a real arc this evening and played it very well.
Fair. And your highlight was?
There were a couple of things. I mean, one that just stood out, and it's a very simple little thing, but when the Archbishop, when Llewellyn brought the crows in, and the Archbishop goes, "Oh, well done! Yes, yes." And I also liked the sucking the life out of the witch. That was good.
That's pretty groovy. All right. You had fun tonight, Andy?
Yeah. Yep.
Not regretting joining this madhouse?
I don't know about that. But
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's totally fair.
no, it's good.
All right, Malaki, who'd you vote for and why?
It was John. Same reason as Amon.
Wow.
The character arc was perfectly executed.
Okay.
And he nearly was executed. Yeah.
And your highlight?
It comes from Cody tonight. His stuff with his brew reminded me of Raceland from Dragonlance.
His stuff with his what?
His the stuff he was making to drink.
Oh, yeah.
It reminded me of Raceland. I've been rereading the Dragonlance books. I thought that was
Okay.
really cool.
Excellent. Do you have fun tonight?
Oh yeah,
Do you feel like you actually accomplished something?
yeah.
Good for you. There we are. All right, Jan, who'd you vote for and why?
I voted for Cody. I mean, even though he was a little more in the background than usual, everything he did mattered. Everything he did was on point. Everything he did was dramatic. And there was the usual Cody shocks in there. I mean, okay, they're a little more sparing than sometimes, but I think it all just worked. It all worked really nicely.
And look, he's got 2 more eyes to poke out. Except he's a magic dagger.
Okay, what was your highlight tonight, John?
Well, you know, I'm a dark, horrific, edgelordy type, and I just loved the monster erupting from Ithane's bulge.
Phrasing.
Thank you.
Did you have fun tonight, John?
Yes.
Excellent. Cody, who'd you vote for and why?
Well, I voted for Navri, actually. I was going to vote for John, but it's just too obvious because he did so well, and I voted. I think I voted for John just about every time, but I voted for Navri this time because I think he handled that death really gracefully, and he completely just rolled with that whole last scene there, where he's like he had to basically reinvent himself and create a new character, and I thought he did it pretty well. So he got my vote.
With it, I agree. Highlight.
My whole highlight was John going through that whole arc where his world just fell apart. Like that whole breakdown was great. That whole like 30 to 45 minutes there where he's like, yeah, your family's dead. Your lands are in peril. Your queen's a bitch. It's just like everything, just his whole worldview just fell apart and he had to deal with it. That was probably my highlight. Like all that, him having to deal with all that and how he handled it. It was perfect.
And you have fun tonight?
Absolutely. Always.
Good. All right. I'll take my beats. Here we go. All right. Max, what was your vote for MVP? Who was it?
I voted for Devere. Everybody's already, basically said it. I think what I exactly wrote to you is only because his character changed the most, and that was a lot of change. For one character in one session. So, but everybody was awesome. And my favorite thing from today was actually Cody's magic. I like that balance that he's doing between being a dark SOB, but calling on the forces of light as well, kind of maintaining a little bit of balance there. I thought that was I like the way that played out.
Fair. And you had fun?
Yes and no.
Of course, I'm waiting for it. I can never please you.
As a player, I had fun. I just remember I'm always in Thane's headspace when I'm doing this, and it went from this sucks to okay, this is pretty cool to screw this sucks again. Which for me as a player is fun, but it does make a Thane difficult on occasion. So
difficult is the word I would use to describe a Thane. Yes, difficult. Yeah. Resistant to his destiny is what I would also call it.
I was almost on board, and then I had a big spider monster pop out of my side. Yeah,
shit happens. The magic's ratcheting up. I distinctly recall telling Laurelyn, the old things are awakening. I seem to recall that conversation.
Yeah, screw you and your old ways. That shit ain't coming back.
My MVP for tonight was Andy. And the reason my MVP for tonight was Andy was because he was always doing a little bit of business based around his character's madness and emerging faith. He was always like sort of finding a way to tie what was going on or what he was doing to his ideologue, his ideology, his faith. I guess that's the word for it. So I thought he did a really, really good job on that.
Thank you.
My highlight, there were two. One was Cody arguing with the fireplace. Oh, I love that. I could see it in my head, the bricks moving like a mouth. I was like, I was right in there. And the Phoenix telling Navri to shut the fuck up and make a decision. Oh, that felt so good. It felt so good just saying, shut the fuck up and make a decision. Because he was starting that, this thing you all like to do when you're asked yes or no questions. You all like to hedge your bets and waffle around them. And it was nice to be able to just go, fuck you, answer. All right. That was a fun game. I enjoyed the shit out of that. We don't know when in April we're playing because someone, Andy, has a complicated schedule in April, but we'll figure it out and see. If we're not here in April, we'll be back in June because this game gave us momentum to carry through. Beyond that, once it's all over on my channel, on their channel, whatever you like, go ahead and leave a comment as who your MVP was, what your highlight was, and what horror do you think awaits them next as they head towards Davon to try and secure the loyalty of the King of Davon to the High King. Peace, love, geek. Be seeing you.